I watched it fall away. It slipped right through my fingers. It slipped right through my fingers. It slipped right through my fingers. You said never let me go. I watched it fall away.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Roundtable 2026. We are here live from Las Vegas, Level Up Expo this year. Here with the first stream and first match of the day, we're jumping into a battle royale to start off. I am Chili Repair, joined by Fiery Rage for our first stream of the day.
Good morning. We have to get right into it. We're already a bit delayed, so we have to pretty much go immediately.
So we've got an interesting one to start off for them today.
Speed Battle Royale, 9-star pool. All these players are going to be sight reading these maps. They're not going to know exactly what they're playing. They might have played some of these maps before, but it's going to be a fresh experience for all of the players in, and should be interesting to see who comes out on top.
Yeah, that is the key here today, is that these players do not know any of the maps in the pool, so they are going completely blind. Some of them with very little warm-up, some of them fresh off of a qualifiers lobby for the main tournament, so there is plenty of variance here to come through, but, you know, we've got at least this lobby here for us today. I believe there's going to be one more before we go through at the end of the day for our qualifiers seed reveal, which will be a little bit later this evening. But as we speak, I believe the players are getting ready to up in the lobby. I think they're going to get slowly started in, and we'll get a chance to reveal to you all who it is playing in this lobby, because there are some recognizable names.
There are some big names.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it, right? Yeah.
That are pretty well known in the speed scene.
It's been a good day so far. I think we have a lot of people coming out for the event, which is always nice to see.
There's been a surprisingly big turnout. I've seen a lot more people this year than I think I've ever seen last year, which is very nice.
Yeah, I mean, we've got around 8 PCs this year, and they were full within about 15 minutes. So it looks like we've got Maybe coming in here.
I believe this is the lower diff, one of the ones that was FC'd recently, correct?
Oh, this map has an FC now. Did we go too easy with the pools?
I think this is the 9-star map. I think there's a no mod FC on this, yes.
Wow, okay. Well, maybe we should have put this one in Hard Rock. Needless to say, the caliber of player that we have in this lobby is revealed to you all now. Of course, a stellar lineup overall in the lobby. You'll see Xylus, Ferret, IRL, Freaky Player, Nemraz, Permashredder, and A-Rex. So some familiar faces across the board, some known speed players in here, especially maybe in the middle there. Xylus, of course, known OWC player from Canada.
Ferret IRL has definitely also been making a name for itself in the speed scene as a whole.
Yeah, absolutely. Ranked 19 now, I believe. Top 20?
I think top 20, yeah.
Yeah, so absolutely stellar. And you can see, I mean, top of the lobby right now as we run into a little bit of Bancho lag commonality here, of course, on speed maps.
We've had a couple of issues with internet DCs as of late. We've been working around it.
As you do.
Hopefully it shouldn't last too long. And I was incorrect. This is actually the Golden Wolf set of Mandalorian here, so lots of FCs in this.
So a couple other players that we're missing as well. Of course, Emrek being in this lobby, the player to look out for across the entire weekend. Of course, #1 player in the world by a pretty significant margin, has dominated tournaments, including lands, for many a year. Has won a Roundtable Invitational back in 2023, so he's familiar with this.
And so far, so good for pretty much everyone right now. A bit of issues with Freaky Player, but outside of that, we got Xylus. I cannot see who that is. There's a we're having a bit of protection issue. There's a name tag covering that name precisely.
I'm thinking that's Ferret.
I think that is Ferret. Ferret holding the FC.
Yeah, what an impressive performance. 415K halfway through the map. That's looking like a win for them right now. Now the question is, who's going to be fighting it out for that last spot? Of course, Battle Royale lobby. Last player is going to be the one knocked out across each of these 8 maps. We've got the whole lobby filled up right now. Making sure that we named everyone. Of course, Caleb with Shucks as well on the right-hand side. I know we mentioned Emrek a little later. Caleb, we've got the 6 on the screen for you now. Caleb, also known OWC player, OWC for the United States.
Oh, finally going to be seeing a miss. I believe that's from Emrek.
Yeah, that is an unfortunate break there in the middle. And, still got Ferret pretty far up in the lead right now. You can see down in the middle the score gaps between all of these players. First and second, Emrek's got a little bit of work to do to take that #1 back in this speed lobby right now. He is certainly fighting for it, though, as Ferret just looks completely dominant across this.
I mean, at the very least, he knows he has to not get last, and that's the most important thing for at least the early stages here. So
yeah, right. You got to find that one map in, and of course, these maps are played in order. We know the order for the most part, but the players do not. So there is variance in here. There's heat, there's streams, there's tapping, there's 90 all the way down to a little bit slower at 30, if that's even appropriate to say slow.
That's not speed anymore? That's not classified as speed? My God.
Yeah, no, speed, I think, above 250 these days, especially for players of this caliber. I mean, they are all so comfortable here. And it's such a pack at the back, too, those 4 players sitting down there.
Yeah, right now it's Permashredder at the bottom, I believe. we approach near the last fourth of the map. See if he can claw his way back in, but right now not looking too good.
Going to be a tough battle down there. Pretty close to that 7th spot, though, and they are sort of overlapping now, actually. So Freaky Player maybe needs to be a little bit careful at the ending here. Might be the first one knocked down, but the map is running short, but that score gap is so close between those two, and we might have our first elimination.
Just the last couple death streams here.
Yeah, and this is, of course, being played on laser, so a little bit more forgiving on these high BPM stream maps. You don't have the note lock anymore. You can find that one break and still really recover in, so it does lead to some of these higher scores we're seeing right now. But needless to say, it is still a very difficult map. It's a very difficult pool, and Ferret IRL with 800,000 almost at the top of the lobby, really showing off.
Absolutely insane performance from it. Permastrider, I believe, going to be our first elimination. The laser client doesn't really like us when we end a multi-lobby, so that's why you might be seeing the screen freeze there for a second. But needless to say, we got our first elimination in Noodle Shredder.
So well played to them. Of course, we've got 7 more eliminations to go through here in the lobby. The maps are going to get progressively more difficult as we work our way through. Of course, that last map slot going to be the most difficult overall, and that is a special DT slot that we have assigned in the final 1v1 for the first place in this lobby, which of course does come with a prize.
So you want to say what the prize is, or are we keeping that a secret?
We'll reveal it at the ending here, but we've got something set aside special for these players. Unlike the other Battle Royales, of course, this is the Speed Player Battle Royale, so this was an invitational based on the caliber of player that we had here. We picked out the best speed players that we could possibly find that wanted to play in a 9.5-star pool willingly at LAN. And very graciously, we had 8 players step up to the plate here to go up against who everyone is really looking out for here, Emrek, number 1 player in the world on his prime skill set. He's really kind of set the standard for this over the years.
Xylus as well has been popping. He's, I guess, considered an unk now at this point, but he's been definitely one of the people that's been pushing that skill set further, especially in the early infancy days of speed before wooting.
100%, yeah, you know, really classic, consistent speed player. He really pioneered kind of like that longer stream style, especially in tournaments, where he was sort of kind of the one to show off there. He was a big player for Team Canada for years, still remains to be for recent times, and now he's battling out at LAN, continuing to go through, going up against, especially, you know, some of the newer players. Again, I think Ferret being the newest of the 3 across the board here. Again, top 20 still, so maybe not seen quite as much through tournaments, especially if you're familiar with the competitive OSU scene, but that solo play really is to be feared in this lobby. That skill cap is everything, and I think it's going to carry it pretty far through.
I mean, we see what it could do in the first map, so...
Yeah, number 1 overall on the first map. So number 1 player in the world, be damned. There is competition here, and there is no guaranteed winner in this Battle Royale.
It seems like we're going to be getting into the second map here. We have GLHFs in the chat, so I would assume so. Oh, yes.
Oh, baby.
Everyone's favorite map.
So Valley of the Veil here. Of course, this is not Nomad in our speed
it's not
lobby.
I think this is considered a speed farm map now. Speed farm map now at this point, which is honestly ridiculous to think about.
Yeah, I almost wish we had the capabilities of getting a PP counter live on these, because I believe this is well over 1K for an FC with 1K.
I believe Caleb might be having a bit of issue getting into the lobby right now, I think.
Yeah, so we've got, you know, a couple delays here and there, but the rest of the players looking pretty solid overall. Got a break coming out from Freaky Player. Going to maybe see if we can get Caleb through in the ending here, but early lead out here once again for Ferret IRL. Really coming into this form, ready to go. Xylus not too far behind, as well as Emrek, of course, does take that number 1 spot there. So Ferret IRL with that break is going to relinquish the number 1 spot to our number 1 player the world, as again, it's really just about remaining out of that last place spot right now, and I can't imagine Caleb's actually getting 0 score right now unless something
it's got to be just like a client issue at this point.
Yeah, so Freaky Player down towards the bottom with them as well, so 6th overall. 7th again is what we're looking for, 1 player eliminated per map. that combo reigning supreme on Xylus right now, as well as Emrek just beating out on the accuracy by the smallest of margins. I mean, they are neck and neck for that first spot, and a 1K live in speed lobby. It's not going to come from Xylus, unfortunately, but it does look like Emrek is still holding.
Got a little bit of a slow section here, so time for him to build up combo. I think at this point, it's pretty safe to say he's moving on to the next round, so.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if Emrek gets knocked out here before that last stage, I am going to be intensely surprised. And honestly, at this juncture, Ferret, IRL, and Xylus as well, really all eyes on those three. They have been the top of these maps by such a wide margin. Arek actually doing phenomenal on both of these maps, fourth overall for 2 in a row now, as Ferret IRL actually takes the speed slot back in number 1 with a major combo to recover on. So really looking at who's fighting over that number 1 right now. As of right now, it is Caleb, unless we hear otherwise that the score is coming through for them. But it's either Caleb or Freaky Player. As the map does come to a close, though, that is yet another immense score for Ferret IRL, 895,000, besting Emrek again. And I'm starting to notice a pattern here, Fiery.
Yeah, we got already a pattern. We got Xylus pretty consistently being second, Ferret at the moment getting first pretty consistently. And then Emrek, consistent as he is, rather, not necessarily his best skill set, I would say, speed, but more than capable of at least playing at a high level there. So
yeah, I think, you know, a lot of speed specialists in this lobby, and I think that's what works for this sort of pool. And I think for Emrek's sake, he's really relying on that skill cap. He's the pioneer. He's the one that sort of goes through and sets those pathways. And I do think that that's what's going to hold him up here, is being able to play everything at such a high level, having the skill cap to push. And it's really down to how everyone else shows up to this lobby. Ferret IRL, of course, being a speed specialist, is going to have an amazing time overall. And we're seeing that come to the side. And Arek, of course, yes, sorry. I feel like pronunciation through my my lack of wearing glasses on stream today is going to come bite me, apparently.
Yeah, that's how it is. I did see in chat, they're having a couple of thoughts on this map. I'm very interested to see what this map is. Cursed map for 3 years, according to Ferret.
Yeah, we picked a lot of well-known maps, actually, so you should recognize almost every map in here.
Well, I'm hoping, because, I mean, if all 3 of the top players in this lobby recognize the map instantly and are mind-blocked on it, then we'll see what happens.
Specifically curated, we were putting the pools together. We said, let's have the speed player pool. Let's make it all well-known maps. Let's make sure that everyone struggles on every single one of them. And unfortunately, we missed the mark on the struggle because we're seeing 900 Ks come out from some of these players. And we'll get a pretty quick reveal after these good luck, have funs come through. And I think you just got a quick glimpse of it right there if you saw the background on the bottom corner revealed through. But we have street map on our hands coming up right now. That's right. It is Life Sucks speed up version.
I could see why everyone was complaining.
So, you know, I think we've got it happening here.
They were actually correct. This is an aim map.
Yeah, this is
got an aim map for the latter half of it.
If you can make it through those big streams, this is definitely an aim map. And again, my eye is looking towards Ferret IRL on this one right now. That is just going to be like, even though it says mind blocks, like, I feel like, oh, okay, a miss. I was going to say the only FC remaining.
Yeah, no, misses from everyone on that jump section immediately after the stream, but for right now it is Ferret in the lead, very slightly though, as Arek slow to, I believe, come behind. Anyway, long stream. Surprisingly, very few misses on that. Arek, I think, is the only person to have missed on that.
And then Bronze does find a break on the jump section after, so it's just Xylus to come through that with a combo right now, going to maintain his position in the lead here, as everyone else coming pretty close here. Ferret IRL right behind the accuracy, working absolute wonders there right now. Of course, this is an accuracy-based, you know, we talk about the scores being impressive, but the eliminations are based on accuracy for this Battle Royale, being speed maps overall. So we're sort of fangirling over the scores here, but that's really what's coming down to it. And Ferret IRL holding amazingly through that stream. Wow.
Yeah, a lot of chain misses from AREC on that stream, and unfortunately, I think we got our next elimination from the Battle Royale.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be sort of the turning point on the map on that stream. And if I could make out the accuracy differences with the low side there, that is an unfortunate elimination with the B rank there, as everyone else holds pretty strong A ranks. Probably the hardest map in the pool thus far, a little over 700k, 500k sitting down there for Nemraz, who has officially made it through to the top 3 now against Xylus and Ferret IRL.
Oh, we got 2 more maps at the very least. We got to see who can get past to the top 2, and then we'll, I assume, reveal the grand prize that we're going to be revealing.
I'm excited for the last map here. I'm not going to reveal it early. I'm not going to say anything about it. The 1v1.
I'm as clueless as you guys on this. I have no idea what the map pool is.
We don't tell anyone anything. We like it to be a surprise. We want it to make sure that it's all fresh and good in everyone's minds when they see it. And these players, of course, seeing it for the first time as well, as we pretty quickly get into our next map. Again, it's going to be down to a 1v1 after this. So last place here, knocked out top 3. Not too shabby, but that prize coming through for the first place slot overall here, going to be the one everyone's gunning for. And of course, we're going to have another Battle Royale coming up after this as well at around 6:30 PST. So we'll have another one for another set of top players. It'll be a general high 7-star pool as well. So you'll get to see some more gameplay from a lot of our more well-known tournament players across the scene. A lot of maybe, those like raw 3-digit ranks through. So it'll be a pretty exciting one to see after this.
Yeah, a lot of USA up-and-coming players as well. Names to watch out for in OWC potentially.
Yeah, this is going to be a big glimpse into some of those new players, and unfortunately, we're not going to be able to show all of them on stream. We did actually have more registrations for this lobby than we anticipated, which we absolutely love to see, but we can really only show 8 at a time, unfortunately, through, as we once again get a chance to see the next map here. Going to be an exciting one for these players here.
Oh yes, this is a map I think a lot of people are familiar with. Is there still a bounty for an FC on this, or has this been FC'd at this point?
I am unaware of this has been FC'd yet, but it would be stunning to see if it has been, because this map is sort of the true stream map of the pool. We like to say that Life Sucks is a stream map because that's where the dip spike comes in, but this really is going to test these players' stamina.
Now, this is your general English metal map that you might see on OS. It's going to be pretty much just exclusively streams. Maybe a couple slow parts here and there, but what you're seeing right now, that's the map.
Couple slow parts indeed coming through, maybe more accessible in there, but as we make it through some of these slider jumps here, it is Nemraz to find the first large set of breaks, so that is going to put him down in the back here again. Accuracy is everything, so the drop doesn't mean too much if he holds Zach. Unfortunately, the misses here and there are definitely going to put them below Ferret IRL, who is below Xylus by a pretty hefty margin, now being the most confident on this map and showing it with the full combo stick.
Yeah, holding on to 97 for Ferret. Xylus, I believe that's a low 90, no, high 90s. Well, it was a high 96, now it's a low 96, and I believe that is an 87% from Nemraz.
Yeah, definitely sitting down towards the bottom, unfortunately, but there does, sadly have to be one player eliminated per map, and going up against 2 absolute titans on the top in Ferret IRL and Xylus, it looks like we are very, very slowly approaching our final 2 here. A little bit longer of a slot here in Pain Remains, so there is still time for either of those top 2 to find some breaks, maybe drop down the accuracy a little bit, but Nemraz is certainly going to have to put the work in, maybe find a little bit more combo on these later streams to try and drag that accuracy up, hope for some breaks on those top 2, but I think we are very, very close to seeing the final for these top 2 on quite an exciting map.
I'm very excited to see what exciting map this is supposed to be.
Oh, it is one that will live rent-free in these players' heads for all of eternity.
Well, they were already complaining about the last 2 maps, so surely it won't be another map that they'll complain about.
Surely not. I don't. If anyone is somehow mind blocked on the final map of this Battle Royale, I would be intensely surprised. I would say that they are probably too good at the game, and they should probably just.
Well, I mean, they already are good at the game. I mean, if you've seen these combos, Ferret Xylus still holding on to combo for the most part. Ferret finally dropping there, but This accuracy from both of these players is insane. Finally, Xylus drops a combo that he was holding.
Yeah, speed-oriented meta is made up. None of these players are 1v, by the way. These are non-top 10 players that are shredding 250 streams.
Just kind of shows how much talent there is in the game, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good opportunity to get in now, too. I mean, everyone is constantly pushing skill cap. It's probably the most competitive that the top level of the game has been in a very long time. You know, the barrier to entry is a little bit high maybe to get to that top level, but as long as you're playing the maps that are accessible to you early on, you know, there is, of course, a non-zero chance, like anything, that you're able to get up to at least this level one day. And this isn't even just the peak of skill in general, too. So many different skill sets that you're actually going to get to see represented in the next Battle Royale lobby with that top 7-star pool, where you're really going to get a chance to see a lot of the non-speed skill sets in there. There's a little bit of precision, little bit of speed, of course, coming through it, but there's going to be some hidden, there's going to be some reading, a whole lot more that this game has to offer at the top level.
The whole tournament skill set, I suppose.
Yeah, the
say,
broad range, of course. So everything in there, maybe a little bit more aim to come through. Some tech, of course, an underrepresented skill set. We'll let our casters for that second lobby explain sort of what that means going through here. We won't jump in, especially with these players, but it's looking to me like our final two is decided here. The map is basically over to the ending. A valiant effort from Emrose, but it does just look like our top two are so powerful that there is not much to do in the end.
A bit of an actor up from Ferret on the 1/3 stream, but outside of that, not much else to say here.
It's done and dusted. Last stream through to the pause. I believe that's the substance of the map there. Score lines do not mean anything in terms of the overall performance, and here it is the accuracy, but the score line sometimes is, of course, dictated by the accuracy. That 300k going up against a mid 500k into 600,000 points from Xylus. That means more than half of this map has been comboed and played well. That is
almost FCing this entire ending, getting, I think, 2 miss on those streams.
This might be one of the hardest maps in the pool we've seen thus far, if I'm being perfectly honest. Just overall mechanical ability required to play this, the aim, the screens, the sliders. It's such a diverse range compared to a lot of those other DT speed maps. That's just metal for you at that point.
Yeah, well, our top two is decided. Xylus and Ferret to go up against each other in the final map that we have here.
So a valiant effort from all of our players, and now 2 players remaining in this lobby. It's Xylus versus Ferret IRL on our final map in the Speed Player Battle Royale for the total prize of first place, coming in at, I don't want to overstate the number, $250, I believe, for the winner of this Speed Battle Royale lobby. So there is prizes on the line for these players, and exciting stuff, of course, for some more up-and-coming solo players like Ferret IRL, who really, I think, should be getting their name out there a little bit more, being a top 20 player. I would love to see more of their gameplay on stream.
It has been very unfortunately kind of overshadowed, I think, by a lot of the other speed players, Evaxa mainly, and also pretty much any of the other top 10 main speed players. But it's been doing an insane job at just making a niche for itself, pretty much.
You know, top 20 is nothing to shy away from. I know the goal, you know, getting that single-digit spot, that top 10. Everyone's got a different goal. Getting a badge on the board, winning a tournament, and, you know, if your goal is pushing for that top-level ranks and getting up there, then it's been doing an amazing job. Really was practicing hard for the lobbies earlier today, warming up. So, the effort has been there, and I would be very excited to see it come to fruition here at the ending of this lobby. But Xylus has a lot to prove as the long-standing speed player here. Canadian OWC, once again, lots of badges. Very, very well medaled tournament player here. So, serious stuff to prove as we get into our final map. Yes, it is Cycle Hit DT, and I believe still the only player to this date to have a full combo on this map, being Emrek himself. Vaxe came pretty close.
Vaxe got an S rank, yes. He was the first person, I believe, to get an S rank on this, and that was a very coveted score that a lot of people were trying to achieve over time, and no one really got close until Emrek finally FC'd it.
So the true culmination of speed here. This is one of the highest BPMs overall we've seen in this pool. And actually, that tech skill set I was mentioning earlier is sort of represented in this. You see these very, very quick snaps between these patterns. That's really what defines this tech skill set, is very, very small movements at a high BPM. And this map is full of them, as we do have a little bit of a stamina requirement coming in here too. Both of the players pretty much neck and neck here, but Ferret IRL, a good 2% lead over Xylus at this low section.
Xylus was mentioning prior to the map starting 10 years of Mind Block in the making. This is definitely one of the most popular maps on Oz for good reason. So definitely more than familiar with this map. Had enough times to potentially get a Mind Block on it, but right now, pretty neck and neck. 1% difference between these two players after that second intense section. Still 2 more sections like that to come.
Unbelievable hold from Xylus there, actually. That 500 combo and not finding a break there closed that gap quite significantly to about a 2.4% act difference to a 1.1-ish. So it was looking maybe a little bit out of reach for Xylus in the early onset of the map, but as we approach halfway, very, very much doable, as Ferret IRL is going to have to look to hold this combo.
A bit more of a tech-oriented section here after this one stream. This is where the tech-oriented part of the map comes in, so getting slider ends here is definitely going to be more key than your stamina requirement. As of right now, Xylus slowly building up that lead. It's 0.7% away now.
And right to mention that as well. Of course, this being on laser, the slider ends mattering a significant amount more. You do have to trace the slider all the way through. So for those of you that are maybe long-time watchers, you know that on the stable client and the older version of the game, you didn't need to follow the slider all the way to the end. If you hit the slider at the start and you hit all of the little white dots in the middle for the slider ticks, then that was enough. And on laser, no, you must hit all of them, and it will affect your accuracy, as this has suddenly become a very close map. This is a 0.5, that's a 0.5% act difference, now 0.4. This is really going to come down to the ending between these two.
And as fitting as it could be, as the ending is the hardest part of this map outside of the beginning, I would argue. So this is where we're going to be seeing a lot of the act drops. We're already seeing act drops from Ferret, but for right now, still in the lead as we get into the hard part.
It's cut in half now. It's 0.2%. Final section of the map. This is the most finger control. Xylus finds a couple of breaks. Ferret IRL also dropping some accuracy on the early set. It's 96% accuracy to 96. It's still 0.4 between the two of them. The scores are neck and neck, but it's all the accuracy into the ending. Xylus falls down, but so does Ferret IRL. Neither of them holding the accuracy into the ending. Who will be the winner of this lobby? Ferret finds a big act drop, and I think Xylus might just have this.
Barely at the very end of the map, clutching it out from that tech-oriented section. Just barely getting the win. 96.5 up against a 95.8.
He had something to prove, but most certainly coming back in. He's been on and off the game for years. He's pioneered speed. He comes back in, and Xylus is the winner of your Speed Player Battle Royale lobby. Will be taking home the cash prize of $250 for being the winner there, in a valiant effort from Ferret IRL, who really, really proved themselves getting to the top 2 there in a very close battle for that #1 spot.
And we still have some more Battle Royales to participate in later, so it's not entirely over yet. We got one more, I believe, if we're to be correct.
Yes, so we've got another Battle Royale lobby coming up at 6:30 PST. That's going to be a completely different set of players, so any player you saw participate in this speed lobby, you will not see again in the next one at 6:30. It's going to be a broad skill set range, top player pool, so you're going to be seeing a lot of 3 digits coming out through here, maybe a couple of 2 digits sneaking their way in as well, sitting at around 7.5 to 8 stars overall on that pool, so a whole range of what Osu has to offer. I don't think you're all going to want to miss that. Of course, we've got a lot more on stream for today. After that, we are coming to the later hours of the day here. We have been running qualifiers lobbies all day for our main tournament that's going to be taking place tomorrow and Sunday. Those lobbies will be completed at around 6 p.m. Not entirely sure what time it is right now, but by the time that lobby is done, we are going to have our qualifier seed reveal at 8 p.m., and that's going to let you all know the top 24 players that are going to be jumping into our main bracket for Saturday and Sunday.
And it should be very interesting. As we said, the the level of talent at this event is much higher than it was in any of the other prior Level Up Expo events, so it should be very interesting to see. You guys aren't going to want to miss it at all.
I'm excited, and they've got a lot to prove. There's going to be a lot of players that you all haven't seen in these Battle Royale lobbies competing. There's going to be a couple of repeats, and we are going to take a little bit of a short break here between now and the next Battle Royale lobby. Thank you all for joining us here for the opening stream of the Roundtable at Level Up Expo 2026, and we will see you all at 6:30 PST for the next Battle Royale lobby. Don't miss it.
See you guys then.
曖昧ことよ
can feel you in my heart, you in my arms. Oh, I can hear your voice, I can hear you through the silence, through the silence.
I got it. Oh, wait, we're live. How's it going, everyone? We are here at the Roundtable Open, presented by Level Up Expo. We have an incredible match on our hands here with Battle Royale.
No, we're in qualifiers.
We are in qualifiers.
Yeah. So,
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Rentai, fill us in.
Yeah, so all the Battle Royale lobbies kind of just is being delayed until next time. So we're actually just going to stream the qualifiers right now. You know, get a feel of like actual players who are going to be playing in the bracket tomorrow. So yeah, we're going to have some sort of like substance or viewing experience today.
Right, so I've had a little bit of the sneak peek behind the curtain. Things are slightly on fire due to like some internet issues. Of course, this being a Osu Laser exclusive event, on the player side of things have been relatively okay, at least for a solo experience. We still have a couple of different issues in terms of getting lobbies started, at least in the Battle Royale. And so I have seen quite a few delays on that, and so unfortunately those are, I'm assuming, pushed to tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I've been repping or head repping for most of it, so it was pretty hard. I mean, we're getting there. This is the final lobby of the day, and I think these players are excited to go home, honestly.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm literally going around to every single table and talking about their experience, and I think the general sentiment that I've gotten is that it's surprising to a lot of players, because they're like, wow, they didn't realize how easy it was to actually pick up laser, how smooth it was, how everything feels a bit more snappy due to the delay. And the most interesting feedback I've collected so far is actually from mappers, because I thought a entirely new mapping experience for them would be like a complete like shocker, like having to build themselves from the ground up again. But no, it's actually pretty intuitive from what I've heard from at least the feedback from our mappers so far.
Yeah, I've tried a little of mapping in the laser client as well. It does feel smooth. I think a lot of the UI is intuitive. And especially for the players who have been playing as well, they've honestly just like, I think half of them it's their first time playing laser actually, going from stable, and they've been like really enjoying the laser. So I'm really glad we're actually using laser right now.
Yeah, 100%. Several some growing pains, however, we are still going to keep the show running. We're going to do that with some qualifier matches.
Yeah.
So really excited for that. We have some incredible, literally like tier 1 players that are coming out who have arrived at this event and have been practicing pretty much the entire duration of the Roundtable Open. And that includes the likes like Emrek, Boshi Man, Xylus, Zudinator, and countless other RNGs. It's absolutely insane.
All right, as we're into what looks like DT1? Yes, DT1. I see it in the top right. And yeah, we got some names that I do know. Vetspirit and Dynamo in this lobby. We'll see some scores.
Right, yeah, we have a couple of players in the lobby already. Many players I recognize, especially Xylus.
Yeah.
The Roundtable is the same boat himself.
Yeah, it seems like these players are pretty comfortable with their...
Oh, seriously? Wait a second. Bit of a misread.
Yep. Seems like a misread. I think a lot of players are also hitting some sort of fatigue.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it is nearing 7 actually. It's 6:45.
It's
so.
pretty interesting actually, because there's been a very interesting situation of like we found ourselves with a weird situation that we don't have enough setups for a lot of players. So I feel like a lot of players have actually purposely started camping at their setups so that they would have a guaranteed spot, a guaranteed like opportunity to like qualify. Never would have thought that we would have this issue, but I can imagine like exhaustion starting to set up these guys.
Yeah, I know some people have been like trading setups actually. So like once person basically switches off of their qualifier lobby, the other one is gonna start practicing and playing in the next one.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Sounds like that.
And actually, in fact, they do have 2 runs of the qualifier lobbies. I don't know if this is the first run or not, but we will see. It shouldn't be actually, but this lobby is moving fast today.
Oh yeah. We're approaching the end of this map. Desperate. First place. 800,000 points and counting.
Yeah, and it seems like Jaren is following up behind as well with a score of 844,000. Yeah. Oh, this is really cool. I think that's the MS distribution.
Yeah, you can see see that on the bottom right, they're severely tapping late on that. Whereas it seems like everyone else has their offset dialed in.
Yeah.
At the very least.
Vesper seems a bit more spread out as well, but I think that's a bit zoomed in. Really good scores all around. I think having 800k on 2 of the players, 770 on the round table. The round
Mr.
table.
Sando himself.
Yeah.
Alright, so that was DT2.
Yep.
Not too bad going into this first map. I'm glad that we were able to get the graphics sorted for this. I know these graphics are they're always like interesting ways that you can present this sort of information, and getting to see like the relative positioning of all these different players all at the same time, I think is really cool, and I really want to give props to our GFX and our tech team for making that happen.
Yeah, I also saw. I mean, I'm here like very last second to commentate, and they've set it up really well. We didn't even plan to stream the qualifiers,
Oh
but
wow! Well, I mean,
we have it here, and
might as well.
it's thanks to them, you know. So we're gonna get into DT2. I do not remember the map. It does seem like going to be a speed map.
Oh.
So we did have the speed battle royale happen before this. It looked really interesting. I think Ferret won.
Barrett. Wow, incredible.
Yeah, I only remember Nemros getting 3rd, so I was watching behind him.
I've been loosely keeping track of the PP race only because I was at a coffee shop literally not even like 10 minutes ago, and I suddenly get pinged or I suddenly see a Reddit post of Silas achieving like a 1500 PP play, his second highest PP play of all time.
Wow.
And currently taking first place for that race.
Yeah, that is insane. And I think we're going to get into the DT2, or at least the players are preparing for it. Yeah, I haven't been tracking the PP race, but that's a really impressive score.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go, DT2 capsule teleportation.
I'm a bit concerned on Learsley over here. They seem to be having a lot of issues with reading these maps in particular. Constantly they are misaiming. Really unfortunate on this part.
Yeah, and I think the only player to hold a full combo right now is Vesper.
I mean, keeping in mind this is the qualifiers, it isn't just because it's qualifiers. It's actually the easiest. It's actually a bit more, probably more around the finals level, to get players a sort of idea of what it would feel like if they were to make it towards the later stage. And so, for players that are struggling at this different level, you're probably expecting to at least start to get outscaled around that finals level. And so you really start to see it in a couple of these especially in lobby.
Yeah. And, you know, some of these players are doing really well, actually. Surprising. I know Vesper had actually just got on their setup like an hour before this.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So has no warm-up, got it down, I was like, alright, let's game.
Yeah, and holding that full combo still, getting the setup is really important, especially in a LAN. I've been to like 3 LAN events so far, and it's just like you really gotta get that ruler measuring tape, you know, getting used to what you are at home, and that's definitely like one of those skills that people don't talk about, because you really do gotta get comfortable in these setups. And we're gonna see right here, Jaren actually is. I actually don't know much about this player, and he seems to surprise me in this lobby. I think setting the second best scores like twice already, and yeah, leading up into it.
James is a player that I'm very, very familiar with, only because I constantly see him at all of the lands in Los Angeles. Very well seasoned. And as for the skill set specifically, I think it's more into like the speed, the PT and speed category. So this is definitely not that is quite literally up his alley.
Yeah. And it seems Vesper is going to top the score once again.
Yeah, Vesper's in a nice position here. However, if I recall correctly, these qualifiers they're not really facing against their fellow competitors in this lobby, but they're facing off against all the players who are looking to qualify for this tournament.
Yeah. And I mean, even stating that fact, it's like 900k like average so far. It's kind of crazy.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah. I don't want to say anything, but I feel like he's gonna qualify.
I mean, if they keep this up with 900k scores, 100%, dude. I mean, I can't think of anyone else that is dropping FCs on every single map. I remember watching Boshiman during his qualifier match. I was sitting right behind him, watching this man completely steamroll in a lobby filled with MREC, Rectagon, Zudinator, Xylus. I'm like shocked. I'm like, bro, like these guys are the best in the world, and you're FCing. Okay, bro, that's cool.
Yeah, I remember getting a ping because Bashi was the first one to ask if they could just spectate the second run. Because the scores were that good that he just didn't feel like running the second time.
It's just not necessary. I mean, if you have the aura like that, might as well save your time and effort.
Yeah, Rectagon was also doing it. I think that entire lobby, it was the first time someone had to ask that, and I was like, you know what? If you're saving your energy for like an actual map, go ahead. And we'll see if they actually need it. I'm sure they don't, but it would be funny if they're like gonna regret it and like get like 25th.
Yeah, it's their best scores that are taken across those two lobbies. And
Yeah.
so it's really just like, do you really feel like you need to improve that score? And also really just assessing the competition, which in my opinion, there actually is quite a few people who are very up there that I would argue as like very notable to watch out.
Ooh, so we're gonna be watching the first laser mod. What is this mod? Do you know?
See, that's a great question. I remember I first found out about laser mods the moment that Dio announced the rules, and I'm supposed to be the organizer. I'm supposed to be with all the information, but I entrusted Dio with everything, and when I saw laser mods, I had the exact same reaction as everyone else, which was, what?
Yeah, it's. Oh, I think this is slowly speeding up actually.
Oh, so it's almost like a reverse hit, where like with hit, fade out. Whereas this one, you have the approach.
Yeah, we were just informed that it is traceable and wind up. You can definitely hear it in the music. So wind up, if you don't know, actually increases the speed of the map as you keep comboing, I think, or as you just keep going.
Yeah, it seems like it's just getting for all the
No combo. And yeah, traceable is losing the hit circle itself.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. My eyes are just glued to the bottom right. I almost feel bad because it's like, you know, these players are trying their best effort, and honestly, I would encourage every single person to always try to enter and try to qualify, because at least you'll be able to assess your own skill relative to the competition. And but sometimes you do feel a bit of like pain, because you know they're trying their best. But man, some of these other players are just that much better.
Yeah.
And Vesper, you can even see it. They were scoring 900k scores on the first 2 maps, and then on this one, even they're only cranking around the 400k.
Yeah.
So.
Jaren actually first in the lobby as well. I think the laser mods are going to be, and it's definitely a new thing. We're getting like really low scores on these laser mods. This is like some of these players' first time ever playing these mods as well. And, you know, I think the 400k score is actually pretty decent from what I have seen. I mean, if you're seeing like 900k, I'm pretty sure you're first.
Yeah. Also, taking into account the fact that like the map is easy when it starts out, it only gets harder over time. So
yeah,
I can imagine the majority of the times is really just like trying to hold your combo as long as you can, because the moment you break, it's over. Like
yeah, and you were talking about the bottom right players. I think it's really brave that they actually just entered in. I think if I were playing, I'm like 30k, or if I was visiting and not like staffing, I wouldn't even enter. So, you know.
See, but that sort of mentality is like, yo, if you don't even try, then like, how
yeah. Oh my. So I have seen this mod being played, and I thought people were just like screwing around, but this is an actual map in the pool.
Yes, this barrel roll.
Yeah, it's a barrel roll mod and the freeze frame, I think, because you do see, once a new combo starts, you see all the circles in that combo.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's definitely a lot of reading. And a lot of just adjusting. I don't think you can adjust to like the barrel roll. It seems pretty simple, but like, you see there, it would be like a normal hitting on the same spot, but now they're gonna have to move in a circle.
Yeah.
At least.
I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of like a jump scare when they all just like appear at the same time. Like, hello? Like, what just happened? Like, where did you guys come from?
Yep. And it seems 3 players are actually doing pretty well right now. All things considered, I think accuracy is going to be a little bit of an issue, but that comes with low AR, I think.
100%.
Oh my god.
Very impressed with Jaren on his performance so far. Like, what the heck? On the first place, 2 combo, and
yeah,
they must have definitely practiced this. I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Jaren is not the type of person I would expect to be a reading player, but knowing that he's also played so many different tournaments, like, okay, I probably should discount it that one.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things happening in this lobby as well. So these players have definitely seen other players play this map. So they might have seen the scores and been like, you know what? I've seen the low scores. Let's practice this. We can get a top score on this one. Yeah, it's... Whoa, that is really scary. Some of these are going like 13 hit circles.
Yeah, no, I would hate to see the spot used with an undead Catalan.
Oh, yeah, you're just the entire map.
Yeah, you're ready to see 100 circles all at once? Yeah, have fun with that, bro.
Yeah, and wow, really good practice scores. Actually, Zyrex, or is that the Roundtable? I think that's Zyrex with a 926k score.
Incredible. Wait, I didn't even realize. What?
Yeah.
900k on this? Are you kidding me, Zyrex?
Yeah, followed up by Vesperit and third place on Jaren. These are really good scores,
Those
actually.
are incredible scores. What?
Yeah. These guys, they're really good.
I mean, keep in mind, these are 2 mods that are stacked on top of each other. Barrel roll, which obviously rotates the screen, and then there's a freeze frame, which just completely throws any reading that you have, any reading abilities that you have, out the window. And it's like, whoa, everything just pops up, and you kind of have to like reassess, calm yourself, and then basically dissect where to even begin it. And I'm a very visual person, right? So having everything just basically flashbang in your face, not the best feeling, but definitely an interesting experience, and it's nice to see that it's something that players can adapt to.
Yeah, so actually, the very first laser tournament I've seen happen 2 years ago, and they actually did only one mod, like of the gimmick stuff. So seeing it happen like 2 different mods now in one turn is really creative.
Yeah, stacking mods.
Yes,
That's crazy. That's just not. I'm not gonna lie. That's not just crazy. That's evil. Like Dio, so evil. At the Roundtable Open, Dio.
But you definitely do get like a feel of the actual laser client. We're getting these new mods, so
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that this helps illustrate is not only is this a competitive environment, obviously. However, I think the main thing that we're trying to showcase here, or that Dio had in mind, is the fact that laser allows for new things to happen. And I think that's the biggest thing that players need to understand. That with Stable, it is essentially feature locked. It's very difficult to implement anything new, whereas laser is a canvas for things to be built upon. And all of these different mods is an example. It's a testament to the ability for new things to be created. In fact, people can even create their own mods and submit them to be,
oh really?
content.
I didn't know that.
I mean, you just pitch it, you create it, you pitch it, and like, hey, maybe if it's a good enough idea, maybe it gets in.
Yeah, it's something unique. Actually, we also have seen laser be used not in the laser mod category, but the DT1 is actually 2x and not 1.5.
Wow.
Yeah, so it actually brings a lot of creativity in the DT. We're not going to see like the same 5-10 maps rotated for that year. So the sky's the limit. I think Dio's has done really well. I am really excited to see what's going on, and we're gonna go into the second run, so all these players can basically try to get better scores.
Yeah, wonder if we'll see any opportunities for people to just be like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah, and let's see. No, it seems like everyone's playing.
Oh, Zyrex. Is this a client issue? Looks like.
Yep. But no mod 1, we're getting some aim as usual. Oh, Zyrex is now officially gone. And I'm also sure we're hearing the wrong song as well. Yeah. Actually, I will say the no mod 1 is actually very normal. I wouldn't say normal, but open for newer players. So we're seeing like some surviving scores from the bottom right. I mean, it doesn't look like that now, but let's be honest, they're pretty tired after playing like the first 12, 14 maps, and they're trying their best. And Vesperid and Dynamo are actually full comboing still.
Yeah, but if you're going to stop playing now, you gotta have like quite a bit of confidence for it, because players are running out of time to actually play their qualifiers. So the event will be closing in approximately 1 to 2 hours.
Yeah.
I believe the event closing itself. Actually, yeah, it's 1 hour. So we may be taking a look at what may actually be the last lobby.
Yeah, this is definitely the last lobby. If there is another one, they're gonna have to find something at their hotel room. But I don't think we're even gonna allow that. I think qualifier results will actually be done by the end of this lobby. Don't quote me on how long it is. I think it will take like 30 minutes, and the top 24 will make it to the bracket stage and get their competitor badges, and start play tomorrow with a new different pool.
100%. In fact, I'm actually so excited about this is why I leave it up to the experts. I didn't even think about the idea of making it top 24 to qualify, and how it works is basically top 16 obviously move on into a bracket, but the bottom 8 actually start in the losers bracket. So I feel like that's a great way to include more players into the schedule, while also giving players a chance to actually play in the bracket on such a high stakes tournament with such a massive prize pool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the lobby right now. I think some people are actually foregoing playing, but I don't know if that's a client, honestly. but yeah.
Respect to Vesper and Aaron. Very amazing scores. So just on the off chance that they can improve them even more.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen them play this, so maybe they did have a bad score. Noma 1 is more known for just, like, obviously it's a consistency map, but maybe they missed a bit earlier and now they're trying again. I mean, they found a miss again, so I don't know what they're thinking, but I trust them. If they're playing it, they must have a reason. Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to put the game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it is good practice. This is the last time they're gonna get to play until tomorrow. So, you know, I guess this is good, just like getting used to the setup moment. Like, it's just the right setup for me. Ooh. I remember this map being like the most pulled Nomad 1 in like 2018.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a Vingsit's version. Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, that's classic.
And I don't know what happened to the scores. I see Vesper stuck at 727,000. Oh, this is Noma too.
It's actually really funny. So the TV that we're using here at the Cassis table is actually a TV that we managed to scavenge from one of the old conventions. And it actually still has its like energy guide label and plastic wrapping all over the point. There's actually a barcode like right here. You guys can't see it, but it's actually really funny. It's crazy. Like, apparently, when conventions wrap up, a lot of companies will just toss all their old stuff that they buy just for that convention. And that includes a 55-inch television. So, hey, that's free real estate. I'll grab that, man. Look at this thing. You guys see this thing? The labels are still on it. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I'm very surprised because usually people really want to like remove that stuff, like for some reason. I mean, this is a good reason to remove it actually, but but for some people it's like, you know, taking the wrapper off certain things, just keeping it on for some reason. So this being here is like kind of crazy. Anyways, we're gonna head into Noma 2, second round. It is Everything Will Freeze by Undead Corporation.
Ooh, wow, 240 BPM speed map. We'd love to see it.
Yeah, extra
Absolute
diff.
classic.
As we're getting into it, how do you feel about the entire event so far?
I have been blown away by the attendance, by the turnout, by the feedback, by everything. Because in my head, making this laser exclusive was a very ambitious goal for us to do. I was expecting a ton of pushback, and I was expecting the turnout to be a fraction of what it's been today. And the reality of what I found is that not only have players been extremely well receiving to the laser client, the turnout has been anything but incredible. Like, we filled every single seat. All 80 computers had a player sitting down inside of it, doing stand tasks, stand tally tasks, or playing in their, warming up in their lobbies. It's just incredible to see. What I thought would be a deterrent with it being laser exclusive ended up just being the next step for this event.
Yeah, so for the people at home who aren't here at the Roundtable Las Vegas, there is actually an event going on that we have. It's a passport book, and newer players get to start a new account, join, play a game, get a mutual, play a multi-lobby, and they're gonna get a keypad. It really improves a lot of, like, people are finding out about the game more, and through the laser client, so we'll get more interesting players maybe in the future. You know, maybe the next MREC we just found at the Level Up Expo, but
who knows? You never know. Hey, listen, I just realized that this guy, his name is Core Relax. known as one of the most fastest, or one of the fastest players at the time. They were even accused of cheating. But they joined from a PewDiePie video.
Oh, really?
Like when PewDiePie uploaded this video about Osu, that's how he was first exposed to the game. And who knows, maybe this event could be someone's first exposure to the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good introduction for anyone. Food. Oh, I can talk? Okay. I mean...
So James took my mic. Apparently I was, oh, just kidding.
The mic is back.
Alright, let's
And... Yep.
That's some testing.
It looks like we kinda are frustrated about that. It's a lot of frustration here. I think a lot of staff has been working hard. I know... I don't want to say I have been, but I've been running back and forth, yelling at the players to get into their lobbies.
Yeah, that's what we need from the head ref.
Yeah, I'm really glad we got like all the obstacles out of the way in the first lobby, and the rest of the lobbies have been like really clean. This one has been super clean. This is the fastest lobby, by the way.
Fastest lobby.
Yeah, we're on the second run, and it has been only an hour and 50 minutes in, so that's amazing.
Love to see it.
Yeah, we're getting into it. Is Vesper holding a full combo? No, I think it's 2400 for full combo. I see.
Let's find out.
We're getting edged. No, but I mean, it does look like a good score. It's 856,000. Up with that accuracy, maybe not. Oh, Jaren also has a really good score as well.
Oh. Yeah, Jaren 850k, Vesper 856. Wow, it was literally a difference of only 6,000 points, but still,
6,000.
Still incredible scores for both players. Those are either very early breaks, very late breaks with a massive combo and incredible accuracy in between. So you really can't really discount those that type of performance.
No, you can't. I'm really glad that they're playing their second run. We get to see their like first few maps that we missed out on. I mean, they look like they played really well at the end as well.
Oh, yeah,
so
sure.
I don't know if they're gonna play those ones.
Actually, now that I think about it, you are like playing in a second lobby, and you know that there's a map later on in the lobby that you want to retry. You are almost forced to continue playing every single map until that map, because you are going to lose your warm-up if you just sit there doing nothing, right?
Yeah.
So what we could be seeing is that some of these players are just like, hey, maybe I'm just going to continue playing trying my best to maintain that warm-up so that I can serve that performance for the map that actually matters.
Yeah, it's a pro and con thing. You know, sometimes you do want to also just relax because it's a lot to go through.
Yeah, if you're that type of player, it's like relax and it's like brain off like that. Respect, honestly. I'm off.
Yeah, and we're into No Mod 3 Always Be With You XD by Tatsuya's Kitani. Flashback Tiff. Clocking in at 135 BPM, air 9.6, and CS looks like 4.
This map's actually hard.
Yeah. Looks like your old school ult as well. It's very symmetrical. Going in Vesper, as usual, it's going to do pretty well in this one, and everyone else seems to be breaking. No, I do want to talk about the other players in this lobby. Lime Legend, we haven't talked much about, and they've consistently been like playing decently well. So, and some of the maps not their best. You can see this one, but I think they got like 200k, 300k in No Mod 1. Yeah, Fatigue is hitting them pretty hard.
Lyrex as well. Lyrex is one of the players you know, lobby the absolute best, but also not the absolute worst. Just like edging it in.
Yep, just in between.
Big goal here is to make it top 24. If you can make it onto the bracket, that alone is a crowning achievement, especially with the turnout that we have at the Roundtable Open.
Yeah, I think it's actually a good thing some of these players are just like trying out the lobby, because imagine there's not even 24 players, they're just gonna get in by default. You know, that's what I'm hoping. Like if I know there's not a lot of people signing up, I might just like shoot a lobby just to be top 24.
That's a very good point. Technically, I don't.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be an issue.
But I think some other reasons that can. So
Yeah.
you know, we love to see the turnout so incredible that we actually get all that. In fact,
Yeah.
I keep these players because now with so many players and all the exact same individual spots, you now have to excel your performance if you want to be into the top, because it's no longer just, you know, you have to play well to qualify. You have to be the best of the best.
Yep. And I know we're not gonna have that issue because one of the qualifier lobbies had 21 people in it.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, we also got to give credit to our refs. They've honestly had to sit through just waiting for me to do some things when things go wrong, and they've been very patient. Some of them are like pulling all-nighters for some reason on this one. I appreciate the dedication from all of them, honestly. And that is gonna be the Nomad 3, 710,000. Is that a fail? Why is that F on 710 from Vesper? Huh. That's interesting. I guess they missed and they didn't feel like playing again. Oh, we're in hidden one now. 9 Theta.
All right.
Oh yeah. So from the usual qualifier lobbies that Stable has to offer, a lot of people do the 4-2-2-2 setup. Here we're doing a 3-2-2-2-2 setup with the last two being the laser mods. I mean, it's a good setup anyways. I don't see anything wrong with that, but no one's...
I mean, I definitely understand the idea behind it. I mean, if you're going to
Yeah.
add in more maps, you got to take it away from somewhere, and that just happens.
Yeah.
No mods.
You definitely don't want them to play like an entire pool,
Yeah,
like
for sure.
20 maps, unless you're trying out. But we're not. We also just don't have the time for it over
Oh
here.
wow! Wait, look at that. Looks like we have a
Whoa.
play cam, or like the audience cam.
Yeah, venue
Wait a
cam.
second. Maybe James on my camera. He's like, let's put this to work.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah, this is a lot different from last year. You guys used to do the couch
Oh yes. So
at the front
that was
stage.
actually one of the things that we wanted to specifically upgrade. Unfortunately, Level Up didn't really have any like other solutions for a desk, but we managed once again for a previous expo that happened not even a week ago. We managed to scavenge a couple of these aluminum tables with a wooden top, and we were like, you know what? I think this would look a lot better compared to having our viewers stare at our crotch. So let's do that and see what happens.
Yeah, looking at the venue right now, a lot of people did leave. It's pretty late. I think, you know, in Vegas, you gotta explore Vegas if it's your first time, and I think some of them are. Oh, some of the players notice.
One of the funniest things I constantly find when it comes to this event specifically is that this is the second year that we've been placed right next to Fragadelphia. And for Fragadelphia specifically, these guys are running a tournament with professional esports Counter-Strike
Yeah.
players. You will literally see tier 1 talent sitting at these plastic tables, bringing out their mouse pad, their keyboard, their mice, their monitors, their tape measurers, and like measuring every single tiny thing. And you'll see these professional players sitting right next to, well, right across from an OSU dude who's just like having fun. And,
Yeah.
and one of the funniest pieces of feedback that I got was the fact that OSU players are pretty loud when you have 80 people clicking on their keyboards at the same time. It literally sounds like a Gatling gun. It's actually hilarious.
Yeah.
And so like some of the staff members were like, "Oh my god, I had no idea." They had to come by to check it out. What's all this?
No, yeah, I've like completely zoned it out. Maybe that's because we're like Ozu players. We just do not hear
yeah,
it.
yeah. When you're the cause of it, especially, it's like, bro.
Yeah.
But to some
Oh,
people,
we
it's
see
a
chat as
foreign,
well.
foreign idea, foreign sound. So
How do I see my name on that?
your name.
Renta, I need you to check up on them.
Oh, all right. It's
Well,
okay. I can take it from here.
No, I think Rob got
Oh,
it.
just kidding.
Yeah, if I'm up here or me and Rob have been taking turns, it's definitely not true. We've been both working really
Oh,
hard,
100%.
but I let him know that I was casting, so I think he understands.
Yeah. So a lot of my operations have been more on the greater event as a whole, and one of the things we definitely need to put a greater focus on is documentation of processes.
Yeah.
Because we have, thankfully, tons of people who are open to helping out, and I am forever grateful for that. I am just completely frustrated at my own ability because oftentimes people will come up to me and be like, "Hey, what can I do to help?" And I genuinely have no idea what to tell them.
Yeah, we've also gotten a lot of I would say volunteers who just like walked up to me and asked like, "What do I need to do?" And I'm like, I can't even answer them. I'm just like, I'm doing my own thing and I'm like locked in on that.
I know people want me to be like on camera and stuff. I also need to recognize like, yo, I just need to get this stuff out of my brain and at least onto a piece of paper so that other people can take it forward.
Yeah, and this is like one of the coolest No Mod 4. I'm so used to stable client structure. It is hidden one. I really like this hidden one. It's such a cool map. Taquito actually introduced me to this map. Yeah,
That's high praise.
Yeah. And this mapper has done really well. I don't know if this is the exact diff I'm talking about. I think there's only one diff though, so we'll see. And the players seem to be very comfortable. The Roundtable is holding a full combo compared to the rest of his competitors. Vespered as well. So it's between those two. Let's treat this as a match. No, let's not, but it is very close between these two.
Yeah. Incredible performance from Vespered.
Yeah.
Jaren not too far off. Same part. They have seemed like they are slowly catching up, but not his. Just about a little over halfway in, and so Vespered and the Roundtable continue to move on. This is going to be a score for the books.
This is the first time we're seeing Darth Invader Zim in this lobby right now, and looks like they're doing really well. We're not seeing the other people that we usually see in the bottom right, and I think they're spectating, and I don't blame them. Jaren found another chain miss, or just a regular miss. But yeah, you're getting these repeat sections, and yeah, playing pretty well. Oh, actually, we did miss both Vespered and the Roundtable. They both found a miss somewhere. I think they found it in the same section as Jaren.
I don't even blame them. I feel like this map where you don't have a complete understanding of the rhythm. It's so easy to fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of funny that they both missed at pretty much the exact same spot.
Yeah, they got relatively same scores. Even the hit error graph looks almost identical. I really like this addition to seeing it. It really, you can adjust your
The layouts? The
Yeah, the layout.
3x2? Yeah, I've never seen a 3x2 layout too. But hey, that's child production. I wonder if that's actually a local laser thing. There are so many features that I'm not even aware of with the laser. But I've seen enough to know, like, damn, screw Sable. This is it. This is the future.
Yeah, I was running the passport lobbies actually. The final task of the passport is to play a multi-lobby, and we had like 8 people. I did the spectator, and you just get to see all of them in like the correct format,
Yeah.
like instantly, and they're playing at the same time too.
And let's not forget that multiplayer lobbies can be. There's no size limit in it. It is as big as you want.
Yeah. And it seems like we're getting 5 people now. Seems where Zyrex is opting out of this one as hit into Windtails by Yakwan.
Wait, it's not actually.
Yeah, this is a classic for sure. And we do find the small miss from Taidamo as we're getting into. Yeah, this map doesn't let off. Like you're gonna have to be consistent like the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
There's 0 breaks, and this is a long stream.
Something to note is that because you are on laser, no lock has been tested, and so it's not as pushing for this. Recovery is a lot easier here on this client. However, change the fact that nothing you miss, it's a miss.
You know, because of no lock being removed, I actually found this really funny thing where I've been hitting the other object before the first one.
Actually, yes.
Yeah, I was very surprised that that can even happen. When I first played it, but it feels like my tapping has gotten better in this version of OC.
Actually, I have some stock misses. I actually feel pain.
Yeah, it's a bit unnatural when you know you're like supposed to miss and just
Like,
like
I feel like I should be dead. Like, why am I not
Yeah,
dead?
why am I
have
still
Stockholm
alive?
syndrome. Someone please.
Yeah. All right, and yeah, a lot of these players have been missing. Yeah, like
I know. Wait a second. What is this man doing? Oh!
ooh.
Oh! Dude, this dude should have broke like 12 times. Oh, just kidding.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, you definitely see it with these players. They should have been just dead after like missing once in the middle of the stream. And this map actually has been avoided like a couple of times when pooling and stable because we're like, you know, if you chain miss once, you're like, your score gets cut in half basically. But here we're seeing like 2-3 misses from each of these players, and they're still getting 800k. So this is one of the missing additions that people don't really talk about. You know, the creativity in the mods, and now creativity in the maps itself. With the pool, you get to pull this one a lot more, and there's many like this map. So we're not definitely going to enjoy a lot of more variety for sure.
Yep.
And we're gonna get into Hard Rock 1, fastest crash by Camellia. Difficulty RLC's paroxysm. Definitely hear it in the background.
Sounds like demons. Yeah, I was expecting it to be a different type of fastest crash.
Yeah, this might be a
Yeah,
background song. If it's not, Camellia has surprised us once again.
Dude, I mean, I remember that like an absolute classic.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah, I'm seeing in the camera right now some people who said they were leaving, and they're there. They might not like me, I guess,
My goodness.
because I'm not there anymore. No, you definitely see Bashi over there, and I think RNG's right next to them. Yep. And in the background, oh, no, one person's playing in the bottom, but I don't know if that's the multi-lobby. That's definitely not. Because we have already been in there. Arek in the corner. 4th place in the speed battle royale. And
You know, one of the things that I find really exciting about this iteration specifically is the fact that you're able to basically have one of my aspiring events to basically like share space with. That's a MCSR rank. it's kind of funny because I can literally see their own
Yeah,
casual
they're
account
over there.
like directly across from us. So they're also sharing some of our PC, like PCs. That's our round here. And it's just
Yeah.
kind of cool because while I'm also going past some other players who are all in that play area, literally just steps away are these incredible minds that I've looked up to. Like, wow, this is really two worlds combined.
Yeah, I've always seen Minecraft speedrun from your streams as well, but they do play it on a like insane level. These guys were crafting in like frames, like 2 frames. They're already finishing their like pickaxe and stuff like that, or their beds. Okay, so I don't know when they're playing, but I do want to watch like that gameplay as well. I'm definitely excited to see the roundtable as well, the gameplay. We're gonna see some stream matches, right?
I think so as
I
well,
think so,
yes.
yeah.
We have a block of time. And we got
Yeah.
2 blocks. Good morning, and or maybe they just
We've been sharing. Well, we're definitely sharing time, and we've been in communications with each other with the MCSR. So, come if you watch both. You guys should watch both. They're doing incredible work over there. I think they're like relaxing right now while we're trying to finish this qualifier lobby. Cool. It's been a while since I've seen an RLC map. This guy is, I don't want to say it because it does trigger some mappers, but a lot of mappers do look up to this mapper. The Pretender was like the butterfly effect for the mapping scene in general. Yeah. So seeing this one. Here we go. Very surprising. Oh, the roundtable is holding a full combo, I think. Actually, it's laser scoring. I know it's score v2, but it feels like a different score
it's
v2.
a slight off. It's not exclusive.
Okay.
Don't quote me on the exact. I believe accuracy is.
Yeah, so I do play a bit of ranked play. I just, when you announced, or when it was announced, I played a bunch of it, and I've been getting 80% act. But like I've been full comboing these people, and I lose the match.
Yeah, it's tough. Accuracy, what?
Yeah.
You know what? It's a rhythm game.
To be fair, for the people in chat who thinks that I might suck at accuracy, I play with speakers because I usually play with earbuds, but I play with speakers now because I don't play the game as much. I just map.
Which honestly, like playing with speakers is a good time. Like having phones on is cool and all, but like you just want the atmosphere. That's how you do it.
Yeah. It definitely doesn't help for mapping either. I've been mapping like off tune. And I send the map to like modding and they're like, is this off by like 35 milliseconds? And I'm like, sounds fine to me. And I put on my earbuds and I'm like, whoa, there's a delay in this one.
That happens.
So don't think speakers get you anywhere. I mean, there's been people who play with speakers. You definitely can't do it in the LAN because there's way too many other sounds happening.
I mean, you can probably hear it in the background right now. It's like, no, it's everywhere.
Yeah. That's Hard Rock 1, and we're gonna get into Hard Rock 2. So we've seen 2 kind of stream maps, so I don't expect this stream map here. I think this is gonna be Wing My Way. I hope so. Or I think so.
One of the things that constantly surprises me about players who come out to lands is the ways that they optimize their sounds. Obviously, when you think of like, if you're going to another land, you need to bring your aim device, whether it's a mouse or a tablet, your tapping device. Sometimes it's a keypad, sometimes it's a keyboard. I've seen people actually bring multiple keyboards for some reason. a full size for typing, a 60% for actually playing the game. Why not? They just use like an 80%. Beats me. But yeah, everyone has the different loadouts. Sometimes it's even like certain peripherals like headphones, right? I saw Emrak on some AirPods Maxes.
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
what? Why? Because I'm pretty sure, I'm almost certain that literally anything that goes to the user controller adds a bit of latency. It's like, sure. I mean, he was still able to play extremely well. So I'm not too concerned. It's like, hey, I mean, if that works for you, go for it.
Yeah. Have you seen? I think there used to be a League player who actually just goes on stage and just starts like using a ruler, an exact ruler, and just they're like, the monitor needs to be this much, and like distance from the monitor to the keyboard, distance from the keyboard to the mouse pad is like crazy.
It's definitely valid.
I haven't seen anyone that extreme, but it is like something people would do, and I am wrong. It is not Wing My Way, nor is it an A map. Well, it's kind of an A map actually.
Oh, listen. Smaller certain sizes is tough. It's not.
I guess so. It is going to be ran by Cranky, the extra diff. I do not know the mapper. I am sorry, but we're coming in at CS 6.5, probably a bit higher because and Air 10 as usual. BPM is 170. And we are getting Zyrex back, or Jaren. I don't know who came back. But someone's doing their second run on this one specifically to get a better score than last time. And hopefully it works out for them. I think it is Zyrex. I saw him like stretch when the cam was over.
Yo.
You should look to the right. Guys, when you see it.
Yeah.
Wait, can you not read that? The
Oh,
monitor.
I see. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Jay.
I thought you couldn't see it. That would have been really scary.
It's like, what are you doing? Hey, listen, I'm on an hours. Let me chill.
Yeah.
I almost died.
Whoa. Yeah. The lights behind us is pretty nice as well.
Oh yeah, I keep like walking around, like messing around with stuff because if I literally stand still for anything more than like 5 seconds,
I can't wait to sit down. My back is not that I'm getting old, guys, but I've been walking around too much. No. I am forever 21. Yeah. Wow, a lot of players have been missing.
765K.
Yeah. Oh, and that's the end of the map. Really average scores actually, 500k, 600k. Who's that person? Darth Invader, Zim, 300k. That's actually so pretty decent, especially for this lobby. And we're gonna get back into DT1. It is Deep in the Night by Snails and Pegboard Nerds. Yeah. So Vesper got a 900k score on this one. If he comes back, that's like GOAT right there.
Listen. There's always room to. Until you drop the double S, you always run it back.
Yeah, I definitely. I mean, he's a tournament player, so I want to see what his strategy is for this one. You could definitely take a break on this one, but if he's back in this one, he's the GOAT. He's going for the SS. We'll see right here.
All eyes will be.
And he's there. He's there. He's going for the SS. As we're seeing the rest of these players also in here. Dynamo, Jaren as well.
Yeah, bunch of players jumping in for this map, and for good reason. This map was really tough. We saw a lot of players struggling on this map when we first came in. And so this is a chance that everyone has to really like bring it back. Oh, but the first stream catches a lot of breaks, especially from Zyrex and Dynamo.
Yeah, and Desperate, the round table are holding a full combo. Jaren is slightly, I think, also holding a full combo. And there's some excitement, I hope, for these players. Definitely not, but let's just keep imagining. Yeah, standard aim map. Actually, I was saying how Hard Rock 2 should have been an aim map, but considering that Nomad 1 is aim and this one is aim, I'm fine with the way Hard Rock 2 is. I'm like giving my own feedback now, even though I guess there's a point. Dio is gonna watch this and hear me slightly complain, but that's like the soul of a pooler. You know, I've been pulling in a bunch of tournaments. I'm gonna pull in NAT too. Yeah, so I'm with Rob, the host. Yeah, so I'm working with the host basically in 2 different tournaments, the LAN here and online.
That's crazy.
Once we come back. Yeah, when we were talking about Vesper coming back in here, this accuracy is insane. It is 99.5. And doesn't look like it's going anywhere. I think this is going to be an improvement, but I'm not going to say anything yet. The round table is also playing really well. Full combo on that one. Ooh.
Yeah, it seems like the hardest parts of these maps are definitely the streams because it's such a massive opportunity for combo breaks and for accuracy drops. And Vesper in both, Vesper has been able to essentially dominate every single one of them.
The round table. Oh, wow. That is a really good score. I think that has, I don't want to say anything, that has to be the #1 DT1 score.
Damn. Top in the lead. At least for this lobby, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, for sure this lobby, and I want to give like an 80% chance on the entire qualifiers. That score is not to be joked around. This is, I think that's 3 100s as well.
Yeah, that's tough, man. That's tough.
Really good score. And not to take away from the round table, who has 987,000 as well. Jaren following up with 868,000. And I think this is an improvement for most players. I really like these scores. Vesper, you know, maybe you're right. You should always go back if you don't SS.
Yep. Run it back.
Run it back.
That tiny bit of score could help bump your average.
Yeah. So DT2 is next. We're in the final 3 maps, and for me, I'm gonna enjoy some time. But for you, I think you should sleep. I don't know if there's any sleeping in you. You seem really motivated for this event. I'm really glad.
Dude, like I'm very stoked. Like I feel like I've already gotten the data that I needed, which was like, hey, is there actually a future for this event? Because last year I was like, okay, it's going to be tough, but we might be able to make something work. And so I was at like a point where I'm like, okay, I should really like figure out something that I actually want to invest in long term. And I'm like, fuck it, let's just go all out. And I think it was worth it because the turnout is just incredible. And I think that opens up a lot of avenues and opportunities to happen.
Yeah, along with like a bunch of new staff, you guys have been improving a lot. I didn't even expect myself here. I got convinced by City. Yeah, a lot of it, new staff. I think you guys have improved a lot of stuff. I can't imagine any other piece. If any other piece was not in here, this would have collapsed for sure. Like the introduction of a lot of like things have been working well. I mean, 100% of the puzzle piece is here for sure. Losing one collapsed everything. You do not finish a puzzle if you don't have the last piece.
Yeah, for me, again, it just comes back to like, yeah, we have so many key people or key pieces of talent in order to make this event work, but it also introduces a lot of risk. I call it like the core team threshold. You are core if the round table dies if you get hit by a truck. So it's like, we should probably figure out ways so that you know, if someone gets sick, if someone is feeling ill, that they can actually be able to take a breather without knowing that, hey, this entire event probably gonna lose this part of the tournament, this part of the production, this part of the vaccine.
Yeah.
And also just having redundancies in general. When it comes to live events, stuff happens. And one of the things that we just didn't account for is like how sensitive Laser was to packet loss. And that single-handedly caused a lot of the issues that Crystal plays in the battle.
Yeah.
I know we're going to try to take a look and see if there's anything that we can do on the back end, maybe talking with the level of staff to see if we can stabilize the internet. Yeah, it's very unfortunate that we were unable to battle royales today.
Going, yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, running these events, you never know what's coming. It's like a new mistake that's like never been accounted for just happens. But considering, I think a lot of like the bad things happen, like if a core member does like get hit by a truck, like we've covered that one, but you really can't expect to cover everything. And despite all that, I remember at the very start, I was trying to like sign up so I can create the lobby and for the passport, and I just got like IP locked.
Yeah.
Yeah, the entire like stream got IP locked, or tables got IP locked, but thank you to Dapoon for fixing all that.
It's a bit tough.
Like, called them up. They were there in 10 minutes. It was beautiful. We ran through a lot of issues, but we've also fixed them very timely. I hope all the players also agree with that. If they don't, well, we're always open to feedback. I think that's the main positive things for us, the staff here. They're very receptive to
Oh yeah.
feedback.
It's like
And-
the problems that the players experience, we also see it on the back end, and we want to provide the best experience possible for everyone, right? And
Yeah.
So yeah, we're always striving to improve every single year to make things better, to make things smooth, or run a bit more smooth. And obviously, sometimes there are things outside of our control, but that also means that we should be better prepared for situations like that to happen if they were to happen. And so every single year that we run one of these, we just get better and better. And yeah, let's just pray that Truck Kun keep them at arm's length.
Yeah. Either that, or we hope they get isekai into a good world and not Attack on
Wait a
Titan.
second.
But yeah, and as we're getting into the laser mod, one reminder that this is
It's a sped up one, and it's traceable and
it's just those
spin-off.
two. Yeah, wind up.
Yeah.
Wind up and
Sorry.
traceable.
I'm a nomad.
Yeah,
Actually, speaking of, one of the reasons why I stayed up so late last night was because I was in a discussion about replay, specifically on the topic of mods. And that's an interesting area because my vision, when I was planning to create Roundtable ranked elo, which is essentially what ranked play is today, it was designed with being exclusively nomad in mind. And so there's been some discussion recently. A lot of players, after experiencing ranked play, are like, hey, where are the mods? Why is it all nomad? Why can't we use hidden or hard rock or DT? Or how about we use ideas for introducing a card where you can apply a mod to a certain map? And there's a lot of discussion that's being done around there. And whatever the community decides to do, ultimately, it is what it is. However, I want to really explain my reasoning why I saw Nomad as like the best way forward for the game, because it's not just ranked play. I see it as like an ecosystem that affects like every aspect of the game. And my vision is to really put the creatives first and foremost,
Oh yeah.
which is the
So
mappers and the artists who create the
Artists.
songs. And my argument is that when you have mods, you put more of a focus on players using the same map, the same song, and trying to add more depth to it, rather than encouraging players to explore more experiences from other people. And that's the direction that I basically want to push it, right? So
yeah, so actually, I was gonna mention that. I didn't know that was your take. I think, like, imagine having your own song just be sped up, like, without your permission. Some of these featured artists, like, we love them so much, you know, getting their songs onto OSU. So we don't want to just, you know, put DT on their songs and,
it's more of just like
you know, not
expectations,
experience, not experiencing the song as is, or not experiencing the map as is, you know.
Like, obviously, for I'm sure for the majority of artists, especially if they're featured artists, they come to expect it. It's like, hey, you know, it's part of the game, it's part of the culture, part of the speed of things. But
we shouldn't assume that for all of them.
I'd like to think,
Yeah.
like, you know, intentional angle, like, hey, this artist set it at this BPM for a reason, right?
Yeah.
And this mapper place the objects in this specific area, use this specific circuit size, use this specific perk rate, and crafted the experience for a reason. And so let players enjoy that experience. And then if you're looking for something more, well, that's an opportunity for a mapper to create a new one.
Yeah, I guess I heard it was a long conversation at least. I saw that conversation, I wanted to pitch in, then I was sleeping.
Yeah.
The map went by really fast, and we're getting the same scores again. I don't think anyone improved. I do remember this because I was saying how, like,
Yeah, Vesper was around like 383k, and you were saying, yo, 400k is still pretty good. And Jaren, back in 442. Hey, not bad.
I just noticed this map starts as AR0. And windup actually increases the AR. Yeah, so because it's like speeding up the map.
Right.
So everything else is sped up.
Yeah, I wonder how the map pullers actually went into actually like find that this specific modification on this specific map would be suitable.
I think this is like a new workflow that I'm gonna have to talk to Dio about, like, because I think laser tournaments are going to have to, like, not going to have to happen, but I think it is a really good future to kind of invest in.
Well, it's kind of,
I would say.
I find I found myself in a very awesome or interesting situation where, like, because we are able to put on such a massive experience, we have like a soft commitment from the developers to prioritize features if it means making this event better. And so part of that basically goes hand in hand with, like, hey, like, I identified that the players being constantly split between laser and stable is an issue. Like, as a content creator, it's very difficult for me to create content for the game knowing that half of the audience is alien. And so that's one of the core issues I'm trying to tackle. So I'm like, okay, if I had to choose between the future of the game or staying with the past or being stuck in the past, I'd want to be a part of the game's future. And so let's start that discussion. Let's try to create an environment where that can happen. And of course, things aren't perfect where it is right now. The goal is that things will get better. And it's something that happens over time.
It's also like a really good experience for the developers here. Like, you're getting so much more like direct feedback here.
100%.
Like this is unbeatable for developer work as well. I've worked in dev, and it's just like, you know, not getting feedback in general. You're just gonna have to rely on yourself. But here, they're forced to play laser. They're forced to, like, at least try out this thing, and we're gonna get a lot of good feedback for them. And yeah, it goes both ways. We're also seeing the future of the game starting. I wouldn't say starting here, but this this is a really good like starting point for sure for a lot of players, viewers, and staff. Especially this mod. I want to see it played more. This looks so fun.
It is interesting. For me personally, like I feel like I'm in an area where it gives me motion sickness playing a map like this, or playing with that specific like gameplay modification. I'm so used to like a static environment. It's such a massive change in expectation that if I have to get used to it, it'll probably take a really long time of just like tanking things and odd things. And I actually found that that's actually one of the reasons why some people choose to play hidden. Actually, like hidden becomes like a preference for this. Despite it being a difficulty increasing mod, it's like, hey, it genuinely makes the game, it reduces motion on screen, and that's an accessibility thing.
So amazing stuff from Jaren, who got 980k, and that is the last map of the qualifiers and the last qualifiers of today. This is the last map of the stream as well. So congrats to the players just at least playing. Hopefully all of them make it through, but we know that might not happen.
At the very least, like the fact that they put in their best effort is what matters the most, because when it comes to a LAN event, understand that anything can happen. Even if you're the best of the best, the LAN environment is basically throwing a wrench in every single possible thing. You'll know if maybe your table is a bit creaky, maybe your PC explodes, maybe you get your pen at home, or maybe it's just
too cold.
Yeah, maybe it's just too cold and your hands are a bit stiff. So many variables are outside of your control, but it's also the reason why I feel like is the place where you can actually truly see a player's skills. Because when there are so many different variables thrown at a player, the best of the best are the ones who are able to push through that friction and still end up on top.
Yeah, and I think I'll do a small... Actually, I don't know if you're gonna do like because we missed the opening talk. I don't know if you're gonna do the opening or like quote-unquote opening or ending of day one. Right now, I don't know what's the word with that.
Oh, like closing statements, that sort of thing.
Yeah, close. Yeah, I don't know if that doesn't really happen until day 3, right? So like,
really, no. I mean, we can still close off day 1. I mean, like a lot of things happen. Obviously, like this is the first day of Expo and the first day of the Roundtable Open, and so there have been a lot of shockers. Let's just start with that.
Yeah.
The player base turnout, shocker. The feedback and reception of a laser exclusive event, absolute shock. Extremely well received. The types of players and the skill level of the players that have came through, incredible shocker. And so just that alone makes me extremely excited for the rest of this event, because I'm only just talking about the players, like as in from the gameplay side, the tournament side of things, but we're also hosting many events such as the mapping contest, and we've seen some of the best mappers in the entire world showing up to be a part of it, and that includes Suki Nathan, that includes Fiery, that includes Monstrada, that includes many high-tier mappers. I'm like, these guys are here, and that's dope, you know?
So we're actually back on this map only because I think they missed either their first run or their second run on this map, and they're getting their second play.
Apparently they had technical difficulties, so they're replaying it.
Yeah, there's technical difficulties in one of the plays, so I guess they're getting this one. And I don't know if this is the last replay we're gonna get. Can we get confirmation?
I see someone requested replaying number 2 as well. Hi stream, by the way.
Okay. Hi stream. Yep.
Yeah, we don't have talkback. It's complicated.
It's okay. I thought I was gonna sound like Schizo talking to myself, but thank you for confirming that I don't sound like that on stream.
Yes, it doesn't help the fact that I keep tossing and turning with this freaking wire.
Yeah. Someone's gotta like force you to sleep.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for your health. You know, actually, I will say this. I used to pull all-nighters, and like drinking a bunch of energy drinks.
Yeah.
But I stopped drinking energy drinks like last month.
Wow.
Yeah, I took like, because I think I had one meeting at work where I was just like tweaking out because I didn't have any energy drinks. You could just see me like just spaz out, and I'd just be like,
That seems like a red flag. Nah, I get it.
yeah. And then I was like, I can't be relying on this, so I just stopped for a week. That was a really rough first week of not having energy drinks because you're just constantly sleepy. But once you make it, it's not as bad as like, you know, other things that you could get addicted to. So, you know, if you're on energy drinks, and you're experiencing a lot of problems, I think getting off of it is probably good. I kind of got back on it like a few days ago, but that's only because like I can control myself
It's
now.
all, yeah, it's use of moderation. That's the biggest.
Yeah.
Same goes for pretty much everything else. I mean, I had a player actually walk up to me like, "Yo, Ed, should I play in the tournament even though I have a hand injury?" And I'm like, brother,
Yeah,
like, listen, I'm not here to give like medical advice, but like, I'm sure you've seen your doctor. I'm sure you can also feel and understand your own body. Listen to yourself. You're not an idiot.
Definitely rely on yourself the most. You know yourself the best,
100%.
and you know sometimes the game can wait for you. You know,
Yep.
but your wrist will not wait for you if you don't take care of it properly. And that's one of the advice I would give for sure. And you know, I'm glad these guys. You know, I'm actually very surprised we're giving them second chances. And it's not a bad thing. It's just that, you know, some of these players are getting really better scores, and I'm kind of glad because, you know, some of these maps are not RNG, but it's like, you know, you don't want to like have one miss ruin your entire like run in the qualifiers. Not that it's happening here, but you know, at least you get to retry.
Yep. For sure.
And we're gonna get one more replay. I think it's gonna be a singular player or two on Everything Will Freeze by Undead Corporation.
Oh.
And that'll be the last, hopefully the last map. I want to, you know, get dinner
I can
actually.
confirm it's gonna be the last, yeah.
Yep, it is the last one. We also, I guess we already did our closing statements as well, so not much to talk about. I'm also very surprised at the turnout. This is my first LAN event outside of New York.
Wow.
So, yeah. I've been helping out City Invitational.
Yep.
Yeah, both times. The first time I wasn't helping out, but I was like, you know, looking behind the players. Second time, I like emergency refs. I think I did the grand finals. You were there.
Yep.
Actually, pretty funny story. Like, I tried to invite you, and you didn't have me mutual. So like, yeah, I couldn't like invite you.
Whoops. Yeah, that's. I also remember that there was a time that like that wasn't an issue, and like you could like invite people or even force players
Yeah.
if you have like ref terms. But then that got abused, and like
Yeah.
people, referees that had ref terms would just start moving top players. And be like, yo, one guilty. That was actually kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie.
It was fun until like you're FCing a map and you're just automatically into a multi-lobby and you're like, oh.
Oh yeah, shout out to
Yeah,
AMD sponsoring the stream. That's right. This is the Roundtable Open sponsored by AMD. We love them. We love AMD.
Yeah, we love AMD. They're helping out with the Level Up Expo as well with all the PCs actually.
Yo, my brain's tripping. Why does the logo look different when it's like so long? It's not AMD, it's AM.
You need to go to sleep.
Wait a second.
Yeah, Blacklight as well. I think these are also just like overall sponsors for Level Up Expo.
100%, yeah.
Let me check my badge. Well, only one of the sponsors on the badge. Yeah, AMD supplied all the PCs, I think. Or, well, they're partially responsible for
Yeah, I believe
Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah. Any partner of Level Up Expert is a partner of ours. Just by
Yes.
that umbrella. Yeah. Appreciate the support.
Yeah, we appreciate them allowing this event to happen.
Oh, yeah.
And us to exist in this event. And we're seeing Darth Invader Zim almost or halfway through his map. And it feels like they're FCing, but their accuracy is like 5% lower. So
That's definitely gonna hurt.
yeah, that's definitely going to hurt their score. And it doesn't seem like they're... I mean, it's pretty hard to act this.
Oh, that's a
there's a miss. You see the miss right there? It's just going to be a chain miss.
Yeah, it could have been.
But it's not. Because no lock is no longer there. Yeah, miss. I hope this is a better score. We kind of kept all the players for a very long time. It is 8:07 here at Las Vegas.
Oh, that is already.
Yeah. We haven't gotten pushed out because we're inside like the back rooms. So
They can't push us out. We're stacked.
yeah, we're staff. But thankfully this will be the last one and qualifier results will be out soon.
Danger.
Definitely today, and we'll get the top 24 players soon. Thank you all for watching. This is a roundtable qualifier round 6, I guess. Yeah, and we're quite tired. So
Yeah. You actually seem a lot more tired than me. I'm running on fumes, but that's okay.
Yeah, you got that like motivation. This is like your event, so you're like you got that energy in you. I've been repping like earlier today. It's been chaos.
I
but
appreciate your anti.
yeah, thank you.
But
I appreciate the rest of staff. Thank you to the volunteers. Thank you to the production team and the tech team for fast responses. I'm thankful for everyone
oh
here.
yeah, 100%. And more importantly, thank you for watching. Hopefully
Yeah.
we'll do a little bit less up tomorrow. We have some
Alright.
stuff to iron out. That's for sure. So,
Before
we'll see you
we
guys
conclude,
tomorrow. Good luck, guys.
sorry to interrupt. I have some information on the qualifiers reveal, the seeding reveal. Sorry.
Oh wow, you guys have done it already?
Nope. That's the whole thing.
Oh, all right.
Okay,
Fill me
so
in.
it so happens that as we're exploring the boundaries of hosting tournaments on Laser, since
Yep.
this is one of the biggest scale tournament ever run on Laser, and especially in the
True.
LAN setting. Anyway, we're hitting scaling issues, so we're having difficulties compiling the results at the moment.
I see.
So the qualifiers reveal may happen in something like half an
Okay.
hour to an hour. We're not
Oh,
totally
that's
sure.
nothing.
So
Hey,
just
if
stick
it
around.
happens, yo, wait, Poon, can the stream hear you? I can
Yes.
restate. Oh, they can hear you. Oh, so
Yes, they
I'm not
can.
just. Oh, all right, okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome. All right. Well, yeah, I actually think it's kind of funny. If anything, it's kind of like a flex. It's kind of like when you're a player just playing the game and someone calls hacks on you. You know what I'm saying? You're like, bro, you're cheating. It's a compliment, right? And so like when I hear like, oh my god, your event is submitting too many scores, the fact that the Osu laser infrastructure can't handle that many scores from a single source, I'm like, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah,
I have some exclusive
Edit.
piece of info, by the way.
Oh yeah, fill me in.
So far at the Roundtable Level Up Expo 2026, a total of 3,485,188 circles have been hit.
3 million plus circles have been clicked at the Roundtable
Wow.
Open. That's only a single day. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness! Wait, I want to see if I can like have that like average out per player that should at least like register with us. I
Yeah.
think that'd be pretty cool. I really want to start diving into these stats to really help players get like I guess a scale of just like how big this event is. So
Yeah, we definitely hit a really good. I think we definitely did host the biggest qualifier lobby for sure. There's 21 players there. I am very surprised. So, qualifier results is in 30 to an hour. Should we stay here?
Yep.
Yeah, I think we'll just send it out over Discord. I think that makes the most amount of sense.
Yeah. I don't think we should stay here any longer.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
we
you,
can
stream.
cut
I
it.
love you, chat. Yeah.
We'll
But
see you guys later.
it is
Send all
getting-
your force to Dio.
All right, guys. We'll be
take
signing
none
out
of your
today. Thank you very much for watching, and we will be back tomorrow. Doors open tomorrow, I believe, at was it 10?
10, I think so.
Yeah, today it was 12. So doors initially opened at 11 for VIPs. I think
Yeah.
it's a little bit earlier for Saturday. Correct.
The doors open
yeah.
at 10.
Yes.
Okay.
Open at 10.
There
Awesome.
we go.
Here we go. Then the plan is to start basically as soon as we can, because even with taking into account 24 players, our goal is to hopefully stream every single one of them. We won't be able to do them all on the main channel. We will have 2 separate streams at the exact same time, but we also are coordinating with a lot of online referees and commentators as well. So they will be helping us to make sure that every single match that is being played for the Roundtable Open will have at least a VOD there that they can access to see their own performances. So really excited to see the brackets, to see what players actually ended up qualifying, and honestly, I'm really excited to see like whether or not a lot of my friends who thought that they were washed up, whether or not they still got it. You know, like
honestly.
Ivan Karayu has been away from the game for I think like a year or 2 now at this point, right? He's been going on various different arcs, but he quite literally returned for ranked play, and then even flew out for this event. So yeah. Also, shout out to Leo FLT, my goat. That I don't know what you did, but thank you.
Yeah.
He's helping us compile the results right now.
Oh,
Yeah, they're doing the qualifier results. They're doing. I remember them from cheating. They
From
are
cheating?
like no cheat like Google Sheets. Google Sheets. Yeah,
Wait a
spreadsheets.
second, I thought we had to reevaluate your staff position for a second.
No. They're like the main 3 cheaters who have been like basically how the fundamentals of tournaments, you know.
So like the thing is like I'm desperately trying not to make the joke. You know how like everyone like associates, oh my god, OC players, your feelings are so fast. You must have an incredible female partner. But listen, this Leo dude must be a freak in the sheets.
Yeah.
And the fucking broadcast.
Yeah. I think we need to go to sleep. Thank you all for watching. This has been the Roundtable Day 1.
Like 5th time trying to close out the stream.
Yeah, but this time I am going to leave after I say this. But thank you all for watching. See you tomorrow and enjoy the rest of your day or
And
night.
see you later for the qualifier results.
Bye bye.
Damn it! It's actually in. Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Oh no! No!
Dear viewers, we will bump the timer by 10 minutes and we should be ready for the qualifiers reveal. Thanks for sticking with us. Okay, I'm sorry everyone, I wronged you all. We have unforeseen technical difficulties, so we're gonna delay for a few more minutes, about 10 minutes.
You said never let me go. It is endless now. Comes right back at you. It never worked out fine. I watched it fall away. It slipped right through my fingers. It never worked out fine. I watched it fall away. It slipped right through my fingers. It slipped right through my fingers. It slipped right through my fingers. You said never let me go.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Roundtable 2026 at Level Up Expo. We are here with the crowning moment after a beautiful long day of matches and qualifiers. The time has finally come. I am joined by Dio for our tournament seed showcase.
It's finally time.
Oh
It's been
my goodness.
It's a long day again, that's for sure. We've had a
It
lot
has
of
been a long
a lot of technical difficulties and a lot of interruptions in terms of the referee helper client and the on-site internet and connection across a wide variety of PCs. Trouble with players loading maps mid-lobby. I mean, I heard horror stories and saw it live of lobbies taking close to 3 hours just to do 2 playthroughs of a pool that averages 2.5 minutes in length. So
This was the smoothest land we've ever had. We all finished. Everyone got their lobby done.
that's
Double
true.
playthrough.
That's
We're
true.
good. Yeah.
Just about everybody who played actually got their 2 playthroughs in
Yeah.
and was able to finish. So it's, despite all the hiccups, successful. So that's all that really matters.
We'll take it. It was a good day. It was exciting to see some of the players, the scores in person. We had a lot of FCs on some of these maps that, of course, we'll get into as we go through here. But it was very nice to see.
Yeah, and it was very competitive as we take a look now at the actual qualifier results. And for that reason, we are going to be kind of skipping over a lot of people, unfortunately, both due to how long it's taken us to actually get everything together with all the technical difficulties that we've had, kind of scaling up to laser. Big thanks to Leo FLT for a lot of help with the sheeting and scripting aspect of things, moving to laser for this tournament. So we'll go ahead and
my hero.
Yeah, no, seriously. And so we'll go ahead and move over, and we'll give a big disclaimer here. If you averaged below 700K on this pool, you did not make it. You needed to average legitimately 700,000 score or higher on this pool to actually qualify, which is an incredible metric. Even on laser, with the relatively lenient scoring compared to Score V2, 700K average is still very, very high. You see a lot of very good players here not qualifying. Noted long-time tournament players as well as very high-ranked players. Yang Yusong, Nemraz, Zanzibar from last year, Monte, also known as Monte Moru, who's been really big in tournaments along for a while now, Champ as well. AREC, Dynamo, Omega Origins, Joshua GC. Like, you can just look in any row.
Yeah.
Willie didn't qualify, right? Like, you can just look in any row down here and you see a lot of really, really good players not making it in. It just goes to show how competitive it was.
I mean, it was amazing to see. You know, I mentioned it earlier, 15 minutes into the event today, every single one of our 80 PCs was full. People were warming up, they were getting ready to go, and it is a testament with these scores that we have here. So, you know, commiserations to everyone who did not qualify in our top 24. This was extremely competitive. You all did extremely well to get to this point, and some amazing scores from players that I know have been gunning for this for a long time, have been playing tournaments for a while. It is absolutely amazing to see, but congratulations to our top 24 for actually making it into the bracket for tomorrow.
Yes, and now we can move on to our 24th seeded player and go ahead and take a look at those qualifying players and see how they did. So, up in seed number 24, as we transition once again, is Revamp. Some very solid scores across different mod pools, notably on that No Mod 1 and on the Laser Mod 1, notably a very, very difficult map with number 8 on the map being 495K. So,
Wow, just wow. I mean, you know, the only thing that really hurt them was the hidden pool. I think this would have easily been a top 16 performance, but 24 certainly not shabby, made it in, qualified through. Awesome stuff from Revamp.
And on to number 23 is Inserts, making it in, up-and-coming tournament player, especially hidden player, and you can see it in the results there.
Yeah, that is amazing. And just as I mentioned, the hidden hurting, well, the hidden helped on this one. 8th and 7th overall. What a performance from Insert. Again, known tournament player, has played a lot of big United States tournaments as well, including United States Cup and many of the North American tournaments. Really showing their stuff on land finally here.
And on to seed number 22. Coming in just above Insert is going to be Rimmer. A pretty solid run on some of those modded pools as well. Hidden Hard Rock and Laser Mod all going very well here for Rimmer. No Mod and DT notably detracting a bit, but still qualifying in the top 24. Notably, seeds 17 through 24 do qualify into the losers bracket directly.
Yes. Yep.
You don't get a chance at that round of 16 winners bracket. You start directly in losers bracket, but you still do get a chance to play in the bracket stage tomorrow.
That's big, but only one match to elimination does not leave a whole lot of room for error. So best of luck to these lower bracket players as we move on to our 21st seed, One Tabby, known player from, of course, the United States scene, number 6th overall on our reading map and hidden. And if you know One Tabby, that's pretty par for the course there.
Yeah, that map, Windtails by Aquan, that is it's not quite low AR, but there's a ton of overlapping streams that map, and that's the kind of map that One Tabby is going to be very, very strong at.
Density, yeah.
I was expecting One Tabby to do very, very well in the laser mod, so I'm a little surprised to see kind of lower scores on those. But maybe in the bracket stage, those have come to be a better for him.
Yeah.
On to seed number 20. Drumroll, please. Gonna be Kama. Wow, Kama at seed number 20 actually is very surprising to me. Kama, very, very well-known player, former OWC USA player from, I believe it was 2023. Very, very strong finger control DT player. You can see that in the DT2 score there on teleportation, and a generally strong finger control player as well. Solid scores on the Hard Rocks and on that hidden too.
Yeah, that Laser Mod 1 really sticks out to me. That number 2 overall, that's a big practice-oriented map there as well with some of those mods. So to show up day of here and be ready to go on that, even with the pools just being released a week before, is awesome stuff from Kama, known for some of those gimmicky skill sets and, of course, that DT. So well done, 20th overall. Going up to 19 now. Next up on our list is Zivzare,
I believe.
Zivzare, I feel like.
Yeah. Pretty solid scores on some of the more straightforward maps. The Nomad 1, the Nomad 3, the DT2, all relatively straightforward mechanics-focused maps, as well as that Laser Mod 2 is kind of deceptively simple. Yeah. It is still a hard map, but I believe those laser mods actually make that map somewhat easier than it is without mods, which actually makes it be too hard without them. So, very solid qualifying results from Zivzare. Best of luck in the practice stage.
Well, moving on to number 18 now, seed overall through, is Ethan John, going to be across the board just good, honestly. A big standout on that No Mod 1, the aim really doing them a lot of favors, and just solid across the board. 12th on Ran, and then top 13 on Dongo Dongo, so really just spreading out those tournament skill sets, that consistency for them this time around. And average rank 7,100 here for Global, so big to qualify this high on LAN.
I mean, not a well-known tournament player. You saw, for example, Yonggi Song placing above a bunch of 3 digits in the DNQ slots, and it's kind of the same thing here. If you're a solid tournament player, this pool was only 7 stars, which for a lot of 4-digit tournament players especially is really accessible. So this is kind of an even playing field here between your really high-ranked tournament players and your somewhat lower-ranked tournament players who still have a chance to do very well in a pool like this.
Well done, Ethan John. Next up, number 17, Crestive, Colorado's very own. Again, across the board, you're going to see a lot of these tournament players doing amazing across all of the skill sets. That's exactly what they're here to do. Big standout on teleportation here with that single-digit placement.
Yeah, and not top 10 on the hidden one as well. And just looking through some of the scores on that LM1, I do feel a need to kind of correct ourselves from earlier. That Laser Mod 1 has a 0.5 multiplier, so 500k is an FC.
Okay.
So that is closer to 700k, 750 or so for Crestive equivalent.
Everything is working as intended. As always, we have number 16 overall going to come up next. It is Window Life, known OWC player for the United States, qualifying just barely in the top 16 here, 4th and 5th overall on those Hard Rocks, as expected from Window Life. The stream map doing extremely well. Window Life mechanics is the specialty here for them.
His Mod 2 doing very, very well on that one. And of course, the 2 BT maps, the 2 Hard Rock maps going very, very well for him. And no real surprises there. The number 49 on the LM1, I think, is honestly kind of expected for a player like Window Life. Not much a memorization player, not much a reading player, but still very solid on the LM2.
So, big stuff from Window Life. Again, 16th overall, even for an OWC player, going into how competitive these qualifying performances were. Up to number 15 next through. Going to be Fiery Rage, one of our staff volunteers this year as well, coming back out, a multi-time OWC winner, doing well across the board, and of course everyone sees that standout right there down at the bottom, Laser Mod 1. My goodness.
And that's, I don't know if that's a double S or what exactly, but that's going to be a very, very good score on that sort of a map. And I'm being told to bring my mic closer once again. I'm hoping that that's close enough. And number 2 as well on the Hard Rock 2, a very, very good score there. Number 5 on the hidden one. Fiery Rage, a player with very defined strengths and very defined weaknesses, and those very defined strengths doing very well for him in this qualifier.
Absolutely. Yep. So good stuff from Fiery Rage. 15th overall, making that top 16. Of course, winner's bracket as well was where the cutoff at 16 was, so double elimination for all of those players. As we move up into number 14 from Fiery Rage is going to be Jaran.
Yeah, Jaran, a little more of an all-rounder. You can see no top 10 placements whatsoever, but a worst placement at number 37 on that No Mod 3, and even then not too bad of a score at 600k. So just an overall pretty solid performance across the board here, but especially on that Hard Rock pool.
Yeah, the Hard Rock strength is going to be very nice, especially with the way these scale across the pools. Length, consistency, going to be amazing for Jaran. 14th, not too shabby at all. As we go up into number 13, Gonna speed run through these for you all. We know it's been a long day watching the broadcast. Everyone here, this is the culmination. This is like
I
the
know.
reveal of all the work.
Exactly. It's been a long day, but we're gonna try and keep it short here. Number 13, drumroll please, is Rykick.
Hey.
Rykick making it into the top 16, making it into the winner's bracket, and a player who honestly has turned himself from more of a tapping mechanics one trick into an incredibly well-rounded tournament player. Reminds me of a player like Flames Terror from kind of a couple of years ago, and now is kind of a high 3-digit for him. Looking very, very solid across the board here, really just except on the hiddens, and that's it.
That's the key, right? Doing well on everything, and honestly, big shout outs coming all the way from the East Coast to Level Up Expo, of course, here all the way in Las Vegas that's commitment right there, right? So awesome stuff from Rykick here. Congratulations on 13th overall.
On to seat number 12 for our next winner's bracket player is Vesperit, coming all the way from Ontario, Canada. I didn't even know he was coming, but until a couple of days ago. But he's just here now. Number 4 overall on the DT1 and 11th and 12th on the hidden 1 and 2, looking very, very solid on those DTs and hiddens, and that's the Vesperit special.
That is, attachment for Vesperit here. Him and I won our first badges together. Fun fact, still a DT demon in the year 2026. That performance is exactly what I love to see out of him. He was a little nervous going into the qualifiers today, so it's great to see top 12.
Yeah, connection for me. I partied with this dude back in Ontario.
Yeah, perfect, right? No bias at all. Casters we're good. Everything's fine.
On to seed number 11. Good luck to Vesperit in the winner's bracket is Decaton, who came out from Texas over here to Vegas. Number 1 on the Hard Rock pool, number 2 on the DT pool, and number 4 on the hidden pool, looking just very, very solid across those 3 mods. But a couple of lower placements on the Laser Mod 1 and the Nomad 2 in particular, I think dragging down the performance a bit.
Yeah, and I mean, this is the first showcase that we actually get of top 12 and how competitive it was with the number of single-digit placements on these maps, just what you needed to do. Look at, like, literally, what is there, 6 of them? There's 6 single-digit placements.
It is ridiculous.
Yeah.
On to number 10 as we get into the really elite players here. Max showing up with some very, very solid placements as well. And especially that number 4 on the LM1 above 500K once again.
Wow, and honestly, top 32 on every single map overall here, besides that Nomad 1 just coming in a little bit earlier. 36th overall is their lowest placement. That is a stellar performance, and honestly a player that has just been making big improvements over the past couple of months overall, bringing into the higher level tournaments here, doing so amazing to get up, and almost top 8 too, just barely off. Yeah. Awesome stuff.
Now on to number 9 with our next player. Going to be Zoodinator, number 1 on both hiddens for Zoodinator, number 1 on the Nomad 3, number 1 on the Laser Mod 2 as well. Looking very, very solid on those maps. Of course, some scores that drag down her qualifier's performance to number 9, but I mean, it's still top 9.
I mean, the Dongo score kind of brought her down to hell, but, number 1 on 4 maps, again, further pushing that this qualifiers was just absolutely cutthroat to get up into the top 8, even 9th for Zoodinator, one of the best players, if not the best player in Canada for the past recent times.
Yeah, exactly. And on to that illustrious top 8 is going to be Caleb Shucks at number 8. Again, kind of a more well-rounded qualifying pool. And again, if these placements look a little off between players, it was scored with % max rather than sum of placements. If we were using sum of placements, some of these other players would be a little bit higher and the placements would shift around. But with the % max, that kind of well-rounded performance really does get boosted up, and that's exactly what Caleb has here.
Yeah, and that's the big thing, doing better on the maps that everyone else struggled on, and that's really the key is, again, like you said, overall. And Caleb, one of the newest additions to the United States OWC roster just this last year as well, so continuing to show off big performances here, making the top 8. Congratulations to Caleb.
And on to number 7 for our next player here is going to be Orange Juice, a up-and-comer as well in the United States, and somebody who last year made a pretty big splash here, I believe making top 6 last year in the Roundtable Level Up Open 2025. Once again, coming here in the top 7 now out of qualifiers.
This is big, and home field advantage, I believe, for
Yes.
Orange Juice, a local to the area. So, got to make the home state proud, right? So, big stuff, top 7, and awesome performance again, and continues to impress being up here.
Absolutely. And now on to seed number 6, getting into that top 6, the expected finalists for the tournament. And in seed number 6, we have
Dio.
guys. Seed 6.
Is there a seed 6? Are we stopping? Is this number 1 seed? Is this? Huh. They don't want us to do the six.
Oh my! Oh no! Oh no!
No. All right.
No,
Am I
you're
fired now? Am I
All right.
fired?
Number 6 is
All right,
RNG.
sweet.
There we go. RNG. Whether we be able to continue, but we do make it in, and we see a bunch of top 10 scores and only a couple of low placements. And again, it's the consistency on a percent max scoring system that really is rewarded here for RNG.
You know, and it may be shocking to tell you all that RNG is actually a star of the United States 4-digit World Cup roster, placing in top 6 for this tournament right now. So the depth absolutely running through here, and really getting to show off his top-of-the-line skills here. And the consistency will continue into the first round of the bracket.
Absolutely. And now on to our number 5 seeded player is Ricole, another well-known former 4-digit tournament player. A couple of badges from years past as well. And I mean, just a ton of top 10 performances for Ricole. 4 maps outside the top 10, 5 versus 6 within the top 10. So just very solid, consistent performance once again.
Yeah, the 1 slot's really doing the damage here. It was the aim, it's fastest crash, deep in the night, Sakebe. Those are all of the aim maps in here, but everything else reigning supreme for Rico. So doing good overall. Maybe going to have to work on the aim to push through into the later stages of the bracket, but well done. Again, top 5 for Ricoel as we move in to our 4th seed overall. Top 4, finally, almost top 3 here. Boshi Man, 741, another United States OWC player, known for, honestly, a broad range of skill sets now. Used to be commonly known for his gimmick skill set specialties, but has really come well-rounded in his hard rock ability, even his aim overall, as you can see that DT1 and hard rock 2 really pushing through for him.
Doing very, very well for himself on this pool. And once again, just finding some very, very solid overall plays on this pool. As we move into our top 3,
Woo, round of applause.
we get
Top 3.
Xylus, former top 3 competitor from last year, actually placed 3rd in the Roundtable Open 2025, back in the top 3 out of qualifiers once again. Stellar DT scores, very, very solid scores on the Nomad, hidden hard rock tools, and once again, very good scores on those laser mod plays as well. I mean, you just look at the raw scores, and it's 800k plus on every single map except for the hard rock 2, right? That's a very good score.
Yeah, and he's very familiar with the Roundtable, of course, playing all the way back to 2023 when the Roundtable took place in Los Angeles as well. So he knows this environment. He's so prepared for this sort of thing, a big LAN performer. Awesome to see him up here in the top 3.
Absolutely. And now on to number 2 out of qualifiers. Our number 2 seeded player, Rectagon, last year's champion, with some very, very strong scores once again across the board. Just that hidden 2 really outside the 700k plus mark, and really outside the 900k plus mark. You look at the hard rock 2 is almost 900k. Pretty much everything would be 900k plus if not for that hidden 2. That's stellar score.
And, you know, that hidden 2, in my opinion, even not even looking at the raw scores overall, even that number 1 seed, I do think that that hidden 2 is what maybe kept him out of that number 1 seed this year, just the performance overall, having a map that's you know, that low, but he's got a lot of other specialties in the mechanic skill sets that will ride him through.
And now, of course, on to our number 1 seed. A player that I think most people are expecting to win the Roundtable this year is going to be Emrek, who was single digits on just about everything, 800k plus on everything. If you don't count the LM2, 900k plus on everything. The LM2 and the Nomad 3. Just an incredible scoreline across the board for Emrek.
This is just amazing again. As usual, you expect it from the number 1 player in the world, and he has come to win this year again. But will he be dethroned is the question.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see as we get into our bracket stage matches tomorrow. We are starting off with the round of 16 winners bracket at about 10 a.m. local time. That is 17 UTC for all of you watching at home. And we'll have a quick opening ceremony at 17 UTC before our first matches truly begin at 17:15 for the winners bracket. So we're going to be starting back up tomorrow here. Once again, 17 UTC for those winners bracket matches as we wrap up for our first day with qualifier results showcase done.
It's been a long day. It's been fulfilling. We've made it through. We've powered it out. All the lobbies got finished. We had over 100 and something people here. We had all our passports taken through. Everyone had a great time. So it's been an amazing day one here at Level Up Expo with the Roundtable. That is going to be it from us for this Friday. Thank you all for joining for the broadcast. I know we had the Battle Royales. We had BTMC and Rico L entertaining you all in the meantime. And we will sign off until noon PST tomorrow. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you then.
Next time.